Yes, good afternoon and welcome to the PlayStation 4 South Australian National Premier League Round 14 action. And this week we see the Adelaide Comets taking on the Adelaide Blue Eagles. It is live here at the SA Athletic Stadium, all thanks to Greenplay. It is our matchday sponsor for the Round 14 NPL. Greenplay, proud supporters of football in South Australia. Greenplay installed the artificial pitches we see around the state that have changed the game in South Australia. Places like the Adelaide Shores, the Parks, Modbury, and with more to come. Look out for Greenplay providing those beautiful artificial pitches that we see around South Australia. Today's matchday commentary team, your usual suspects in attendance. Paul Pellizzari, joined by Rob Peppicelli. Good afternoon, Mr. Pepper.
Yeah, good afternoon, Paul. Good afternoon to the viewers today here at the SA Athletic Stadium, the home ground of the Adelaide Comets, who are flying high at the moment in second spot. They're up against a much improved team since Gianluca Legardi took over the reins from Zoran Karesic, and they're in 8th spot, but they haven't lost a game within 5 weeks. So the last 4 games obviously haven't lost, 2 draws and 2 wins there. So Blue Eagles in good form. Also they've got to play in the semi-final of the Federation Cup, so they're in good form at the right time.
Of course, and also joining us down on the boundary line, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, Ryan Marveggio. It's a very good afternoon to you, Ryan.
Very good afternoon, listeners and viewers, and very good afternoon to you, Rob and Paul. It's beautiful down here, not like last Saturday night. It was absolutely freezing. It's sun's out. I'm feeling the vitamin D on my skin, and yeah, loving life at the moment.
I was going to say, Robbie might need the sunscreen down there.
I'm not that white. I'm not a ghost. I've got a bit of Mediterranean skin that can hold this sun.
Okay, we've got a bit of intermittent cutting in and out there, Ryan, as you probably heard, so we might just check the battery and see how you're running down there. We'd also like to acknowledge other matchday sponsors for today's Round 14 action. It is the Adelaide Comets hosting the Adelaide Blue Eagles, live from the South Australian Athletic Stadium. Robbie.
Thanks, Paul. Ryan Marveggio, the boundary rider is brought to you by Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, 310 Cormac Road, Wingfield. Adelaide Wrecking Yard, stocking second-hand and rebuilt parts. Their phone number is 8260-3088. The top goal scorer of the year award is brought to you by the OAS Group. OAS Group provides a range of construction, building, design and renovation. Our mate down there in the boundary, Ryan Marveggio, Anthony Di Bartolomeo and Diego Barbara are the professionals to help you build your dream home. Give Ryan a call on his mobile, not while the game is on, but maybe after the game, 0401 447 199. And leading in the OAS Group top goal scorer is Andreas Wiens, who's playing in today's game on 16 goals. Anthony Costa is on 13, Thomas Strain on 10. Also, Alan Welsh is up there on 8 goals for the Comets. Daniele Grandi for Blue Eagles, an import from Italy.
He's made a change, hasn't he, Rob?
He's got 7 goals.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you, I reckon he's got a goal in each match of those that he's played. So he's got 7 goals so far this season. So it's a pretty good group down there. The scoreboard sponsorship is brought to you by Parlamento Bistro Cafe, fine Italian cuisine, and Al Fresco Dining on North Terrace, Adelaide. Specialising in Adelaide's finest Italian cuisine. 140 North Terrace, Adelaide. Stats is brought to you by none other than the Chemist King, Hectorville, 84 Glibban Road, Hectorville. Go see Michael Uccello for the range of pharmaceutical products down there. Time Clock sponsor is brought to you by Viv Sports, and they've got a range of sportswear and active wear, so go see the boys down there. The Round the Ground scores is brought to you by West Beach Pizza Bar, 699 Burbridge Road, West Beach, for your mouth-watering delicious pizzas. Player of the Year award is brought to you by Boost Juice, Hollywood Plaza, corner Spains Road and Windsor Street. Salisbury Downs, proprietor Michael Paleka, can help you with a range of smoothies, juices, banana breads, protein balls and wraps. And leading there so far after round 13, Nicholas Booker is up there with 15 votes, followed by Andreas Wiens with 14, Alan Welsh on 11 and Alex Mullen on 11.
Maybe taking votes off each other in 2 boys from the same team in the top 3 there come the end of the season. It is round 14 action, as we mentioned. Let's have a look at what happened in round 13 of the PlayStation 4 South Australian National Premier League. And last week we covered as our broadcast match at Campbelltown and West Adelaide, a very entertaining game, but we'll go through those results.
Adelaide Blue Eagles 2 defeated Olympic Nil. Now, all reports, Olympic have changed their coach once again. I think it's the 3rd time lucky. And
they're doing a Palermo.
Michael Barnett, I think, has taken over. I heard there was Paul Pezos helping out as well, but I'm hearing Michael Barnett has taken over the reins at Olympic.
3 coaches in one season?
This is the 3rd, yeah.
So we're trying to be like the Italian Serie A, 3 coaches in one season. Go for consistency.
Burkalla 2 defeated Croydon Kings 0 and a good result for Burkalla. Metro Stars thumped Cumberland. Cumberland, I think, are gone. They'll be back in the State League. Metro Stars 5, Cumberland 0. Adelaide City 2 defeated Parry Hills 0. Adelaide United 2, Adelaide Comets 2 in a good game last week. And in our match of the round, which I thought was a great game too, at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, West Adelaide 2 defeated Campbelltown 0.
Okay, we'll have a look at the table as it stands. And on top, Adelaide City with 34 points there. And good form if you have a look at the right-hand column there, or the green W's. That's always a good sign. In second position, Comets in today's game. A couple of L's there, Rob, a couple of losses. A little bit of inconsistency maybe creeping into the Comets. And if we just quickly
the last 3 weeks they've done a win-win and a draw, so which is good.
And if we go quickly down to position 8, the Blue Eagles, they're playing their opposition today, have sort of come good, as you said, from since when Gianluca Lagardi's come back. A couple of draws, a couple of wins, so it won't be as far apart as the odds suggest. But anyway, in third spot we've got the Metro Stars, 27. Rob thinks that those 3 are set in concrete till the end of the season. Then we drop to fourth, West Adelaide, Campbelltown and Croydon. They make up the top 6, and of course, as you can see, only separated by goal difference, if that. Just outside the 6, West Torrens Burkalla with 17 points. As we mentioned, in 8th, Blue Eagles in 8th with 16. 9th, the Adelaide United under 21s with 14 points. Olympic in 10th spot, 3rd coach reportedly in this season, 12 points. And just outside that relegation zone they are. And in the relegation zone, Parry Hills Knights with 12, and Cumberland, as Rob suggested, are probably gone with 6 points. So pretty tight there. Not safe for any team really at the moment. From Parry Hills probably up to West Adelaide, only separated by 2 wins there. Very tight.
And looking at the games happening today in round 14, Adelaide City are up against Adelaide United. So
$11 Adelaide United today, Rob.
Really?
Yes.
So Senior Murray up against his son, young Joshua Murray there for Adelaide United. So that'll be a pretty good game. That's at 3 o'clock at Adelaide City Park. Burkalla up against West Adelaide. Also at 3 o'clock down at Jack Smith Park. And Burks have been in good form. West Adelaide, we were very impressed last week. The other game today at 3 o'clock, Adelaide, well, that's our match of the round. We'll go to the other 3 o'clock game. It's Campbelltown against Parry Hills Knights at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. And tonight there's a couple of games. Cumberland are up against Croydon Kings in a crucial game for Cumberland. It's a must win. Otherwise, it is curtains for Cumberland for season 2017. And the other game, it's Olympic up against Metro Stars down at the Parks Football Centre. And you know what happens when you get a change of coach. They normally do okay, so maybe a little bit of a bet on Olympic defeating Metro Stars tonight.
You'd have to be a pretty keen and optimistic type person to be betting on that. But you're right, the stats normally favour new coaches. Third time lucky maybe. Just an interesting stat on today's game for those that might want a bit of a flutter on the Blue Eagles. I think they were paying $4.50 at the start of this game. The Adelaide Comets here at home against the Blue Eagles don't have a good record. The Comets, according to our stats here, at home have played 7 times for 1 win, 1 draw and 5 losses against the Blue Eagles. So Blue Eagles like this ground. There's no doubt about that.
And when we go to the lineups, there's some shock ends in that Blue Eagles lineup. So they are looking good. Like I said, they're in the semi-final of the Cup, Federation Cup. And also they're creeping up that table, so watch out for the Blue Eagles.
And earlier on this season, the 2 teams met at Marden, and Comets gave them a bit of a touch-up at 6-0, so maybe revenge on Blue Eagles' agenda this afternoon. Let's have a look at those team lineups, as Rob mentioned. The home team, Adelaide Comets. In goals, we've got Alexander Woodlands. For the Comets, wearing the number 4, Zach Aristodopoulos. Number 9, Andreas Weens. Number 10, Lewis Farquhar. Number 11, Valentino Yule. Number 14, Nathan Anianto. 15, Shannon Day. The captain wears the number 22, Alan Welsh. Number 25, Harry Karamidis. Number 17, Mohamed Samauro. Number 8, Donny Pollock. And on the bench for the Adelaide Comets, we've got Anastasi Savudis. We've got Kusini Yengi. We've got Thomas Siganov. And the reserve keeper, Justin Mayer.
And noticing there, Mohamed Samauro has signed for Comets for the rest of the season. He signed from the Croydon, so he made the switch from Croydon to Comets mid-season. And also the other one there, Donny Pollock, I think he was overseas, played with Metro Stars last season. He's made the move to the Comets for the rest of the season as well. So a couple of good pickups there for the Adelaide Comets. And Boudart, if you remember Boudart, he's out injured. The player from Holland.
Netherlands?
Netherlands.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, looking at the Blue Eagles lineup, and you'll see one familiar name in there. He did play with him last year, Kabidi.
Was this his third club in one season as well, Rob?
No, I think he started off with Olympic.
Okay.
So, he went to Olympic, and mid-season he's gone to the Blue Eagles. So looking at their lineup, in goals, number 1, John Solari. Number 2, Adam Harris. Number 4, Chris Ectabatis. Number 5 is the captain, Chris Anikiarako. Number 8 is Damien Crediton. Number 9, the player that scored all those goals from Italy as well. He's done well. Number 9, Daniele Grande, so we'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, looking forward to watching him today.
Number 11, Christofilos. He's also there. 13, as I said, Alameo Kabidi. 17, Stefan Simic. 22, Andrea Rastovac. And 23 is Mario Karlovic. That's not a bad lineup for the Blue Eagles. And on the bench is number 6, Alex Solari. Number 7, Ivan Boyokino. Number 10, Shakaboon Hutton Eddy. And 20, Costa Manta. So not a bad bench there. And the reserve goalkeeper is a pretty good goalkeeper too, is Michael Catford.
So Andrea Rastovac, was he an assistant coach at one stage?
He was out injured. He did a knee injury last season. So...
what sort of beautiful background music have we got going in the background? So there are your team lineups for today's round 14 action. It's all thanks to Green Play today, the PlayStation 4 South Australian National Premier League. We're here live at the South Australian Athletics Stadium, and we'll go around the table to get selections on today's game. Firstly, down to our boundary rider, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Records. Ryan Marveggio, how do you see this game going, mate?
Well, boys, I was just having a look at the warm-ups. Very interesting, and I can see why sitting second on the table, just looking them do their possession game, and they're looking very, very sharp. They're quick moving, and the coach Thea Thunis down here demanding, even during warm-up, possession, keep hold of the ball. So watching both teams, I think Comets are deservedly second, and I think they're going to do Blue Eagles today. I think it's going to be a close encounter because Lagarde's a defender, former defender, so he's going to have them well shaped. But I reckon Comets with their strike force in Weens and Pollock and Anageno, I reckon they're going to win around 2-0, 2-1. And also, just quickly, I don't know if the viewers also asked, as you can see, probably Comets are wearing pink socks today. It's for breast cancer, so they're doing a bit of a fundraiser for awareness of breast cancer.
Okay, just a correction to the numbers that we may have given you earlier on. Thomas Siganov is 13. Unlucky for some, but he's wearing it today. He is on the subs bench. Nice little gesture there by the Comets as well. And Blue Eagles in the all-white strip this afternoon. The ground bathed in beautiful sunshine today. It's only a top of 17 degrees, so it should be ideal and perfect for the players. And we've got another one.
Yeah, the bench players. Kushina Yengi is number 6.
Nice. How are you getting those? That's
Aria.
Okay, Aria, of course. She's the best. Okay, I'm gonna go for a draw here, and in fact, if anything, lean towards maybe an upset result with Blue Eagles, maybe getting all 3 points here. They're on a good run of form. Comets is just a little bit inconsistent for mine. Depending what Comets turn up today, if it's the normal Comets, yes, they should win. But if I had a quiet bet on Blue Eagles, I wouldn't be tearing up the ticket quite yet. But I'm predicting a draw in saying all that.
Yeah. I'm going to go for the Blue Eagles. There's a couple of factors. There's a change of coach of Lagarte's back, and since he's been back, they have really done well so far. They're in this, like I said, the semi-final of the Federation Cup, or the FFA Cup, as it is, the qualifying round of that one, and the inclusion of Alameo Kabidi and the inclusion of Rastovac in the last few weeks. He's been in that squad, so it's not a bad lineup. And I like the Comets as well. I saw them against Olympic here. We obviously did the game. They were pretty lacklustre in the first half, but they walloped them in the second half, didn't they? So they are capable, as you said, Paul, but I'm heading towards Blue Eagles today.
Well, it's an interesting one, Robbie, because they are just shy of 3 goals a game. 3 goals, scoring 38 goals so far in 13 rounds, where Blue Eagles probably struggle a bit with 21 goals in 13 rounds.
And the inclusion of Donny Pollock, we know he's a goal scorer. He can score goals. He played with the Adelaide United Youth a few years ago, played with Metro Stars last season, did well, so that's a great inclusion. Even Samaro there, Mohamed Samaro, he knows how to score goals, and we know he's come from Croydon, a very capable player. So they've got firepower up front everywhere.
Well, it's going to be an interesting call. Change of coach, always change of attitude. Blue Eagles lamenting they're in 8th position, still probably not safe. As we know, Para Hills are 12 points in that 11th spot, very tight down the bottom, and maybe the top 3 are settled at this stage. So we'll see what today brings us here at the South Australian Athletic Stadium. Round 14 action, all thanks to Green Play, watching through FFSA TV, of course, and either watching it live, welcome to those live watching. If you're watching this on a replay, hopefully the game was good and entertaining for you. And that's about to unfold in front of us. Now, number 5, Rob, is he going to be starting? I don't see a tracksuit top on 5.
He's definitely starting, boys.
Silvides. We've got him here as a substitute for the Comets. So
that's an interesting call. Might have been a late call, that one.
So
just check the team sheet.
And I also see a 25 out there, Rob, not on this team list. Oh, yeah, sorry, Karamides. He is, sorry. So Comets, as Ryan said...
No, Silvides is on the bench with a tick.
Well, unless he puts the tracksuit on shortly.
He's very excited during warm-ups.
He was, wasn't
I've
he?
never seen... If he's about to sit on the substitute bench, I've never seen someone so excited to get sit on the sub bench.
He's on the far side, you're right.
So Ween's in good goal-scoring form here today. We'll see if he can carry on with that. As we mentioned, Comets, almost 3 goals a game, and Blue Eagles, well... are struggling to get to 2 goals a game in the ranks of firepower. But the new Italian, Grandi, we'll see how big he is and see if he can bring some big scoring to the Blue Eagles. So they were in relegation trouble early in the season, Rob, weren't they? So in fairness to the Blue Eagles, they did well. They had to make changes, and they did, and to effect, where we've seen some teams make changes with no effect, i.e. Cumberland. But Blue Eagles have turned it around.
Well, same with Olympic as well, didn't they? They made changes, nothing happened there as well. So, yeah, the Blues, like I said, are flying high at the moment, and I think they're going to give the Comets a bit of a shake today. I like their lineup, the Comets. They've got, like I said, firepower up front. They've got Valentino Yule, and we all know Andreas Ween's top goal scorer. He knows how to score, and also Alan Welsh knows how to put the goals in the back of the net. But I presume Alan Welsh will be playing in the back lines due to Mitch Nicholson not playing in today's game. So,
just quietly, boys, before the boys come out, did anyone know about the game Brazil and Argentina at the MCG last night that brought in a quite 95,000 people with little to no advertising here in Adelaide? How's the soccer mafia, the anti-soccer mafia, going? Pretty well in South Australia, I think. 95,000 people. Did anyone see it on the news anywhere in Adelaide?
yeah, but you're always going to get that much, Brazil versus Argentina, weren't you?
Not really.
No, answer my first question. Did anyone see it on our local news report? I'd hear a deafening silence. I'd take that as a no.
No.
Yeah. The anti-soccer mafia are at work. Don't you worry about that.
29,000 at the Socceroos game was a bit poor, but
well, the anti-soccer mafia would be happy with that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But they wouldn't be happy with 95,000 at the MCG, Argentina v Brazil in a friendly, 95,000 people. So it shows there's a market out there. They won't let us tap into it. We preach to the converted. We know that.
You know what? I'm sorry, boys. I've got to butt in. Everybody's bagging 29,000. It's still 29,000 people. That's still, still a good number on a Thursday night. I don't understand. People
Very
just
cold.
liked it. But and even though it was live on TV, but people like having,
But it's a no-no, Adelaide.
Ryan, turn around while you talk to us, mate. Seen that there's no action. We can. And you forgot your battery up here, brother. There you go.
I might have to do a runner.
You might have to do a runner, mate.
To me, Adelaide Oval's not the place to play soccer.
Do you have a look at him run? This is. Oh no, you're lucky we're watching the boys come out onto the park.
That first goal,
that's not running.
Saudi Arabia conceded. The ground, that was the ground because of the ground was cut so short.
Yeah. You could see that both teams were struggling with the Adelaide Oval surface. And I've got to say too, just on the Socceroos game too, Rob, I don't mean to be harsh, and I know that we've only got one Socceroo in one of the top leagues in Europe, where a few years ago, or last campaign, I think we had 27. So I know the days of the Harry Kuehl and Mark Viduka have gone and all that sort of stuff, but gee, I reckon I could only name 3 that are half worthy of national, representing the country. That's Tommy Juric, Rogic, Moy, Leckie, and I'd be struggling going down that list.
Well, this morning Matt Ryan had a big transfer to Brian Hope, the new
True,
new
Premier League
club.
Yep. So maybe we now have 2 Socceroos representing us in the top leagues in Europe.
Even though they won 3-2, I thought the Saudis played really good.
Absolutely.
They were very skillful.
They're second on their group for a reason.
Yeah.
I think Mark Bosnich summed it up. We're definitely... something's not going right. And Ange Postecoglou also coming out early saying that after this campaign he's stepping down as Socceroos coach. I don't know, as a player, Ryan, how do you take that? Is that his each way bet just in case he fails?
Yeah, maybe. But also his press conference saying players got selected and they know they shouldn't have been selected. I was a bit vocal on Twitter about saying that as a player. You know, like Cruz, for example, knows he hasn't been playing well and he's been selected. You think, well, maybe the coach has got no faith in me or faith in the team. Why did I get selected then? You know, so that's a bit... I was a bit unhappy with that press conference. And does that show a little bit of cracking or a little bit of pressure now for Ange? Because he is in a bit of pressure. Before that game, before that win, he was under pressure. Australia didn't win or get a point. A bit of danger missing out.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's come out and declared his hand that he's going to be stepping down.
I still reckon they'll end up third. They won't. They'll have to qualify.
They'll get flogged when they go over there, if they go over there and make it in the final 32. But anyway, that's another story. I just think, I don't know where our development is. Josip Gombau there was on the bench the other night.
Is he going to be the next Australian coach?
Quite possibly,
yeah.
Quite possibly. But definitely, to me, not up to international standard. A lot of those players. Mile Jednak, good Lord, I don't know what. Just my opinion, of course. I don't know what the hell he's doing there. But
he's got a good big.
I was still very surprised at Craig Goodwin, and I still don't understand why Craig Goodwin did not get selected. Yeah. Even James Jego is playing in the top team in Austria. Why did he not get selected? Those two players there, I was bamboozled why they didn't get selected.
Anyway, let's focus our attention on the match at hand. It is round 14 action at the South Australian Athletic Stadium. It is the Comets hosting the Blue Eagles, just about to get us underway. Referee Daniel Elder. And it's the Comets in their black and blue strip with the black socks and the pink socks supporting breast cancer, and the Blue Eagles in their all white strip. Very Leeds United looking, Rob, if I can say.
You haven't got blue numbers, have you?
Yes, we do actually.
Oh, you do?
Blue and yellow is their colour.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very much Leeds United looking.
Disappointed with Leeds. Hey, did you hear about Benevento?
Waiting for you to say that,
Serie
Rob.
A, mate. Oh, mate.
So game players in readiness.
Lots of striker next season.
Blue Eagles kicking to the right of screen. Comets to the left of screen. Daniel Elder looking at his assistants, making sure the watches are in sync. And gets us underway here for round 14 action. Thanks to Green Play on FFSA TV. It's the Blue Eagles moving forward immediately. And Comets defending with the ball up to the halfway line. Goes out of play. And Samaldo over there just seeing the ball over the line. From the throw-in. They keep possession. Comets in defence. Welsh goes long. Looking for Yule. He'll get there eventually, but can't beat the line, but does win the throw-in. So Comets slowing the build-up. Shannon Day coming across to take the throw-in. Beautiful day here in Adelaide. Dangerous. Oh, Yule almost with a fresh air swing, but that'll come again for the Comets. Ball in dispute. Farquhar does well to get there. He's in the box, needs the cut back. Who's there? And it's been cleared off the line.
They've opened up like crazy, haven't they?
Well, for almost 3 goals a game. Looking at the replay, good work there. They had 2 or 3 in the box too, to Comets' credit. And good defending by Blue Eagles in the end, concedes the first corner.
So first corner thanks to Comets King Hectorville in the stats, as it'll be a right-footed in-swinger. Is that Yule taking the corner? Didn't quite pick him up what he would have been.
Samoro.
Samoro. Mohamed Samoro made the move from Cotton Kings to Comets mid-season. It gets his second game he's played with Comets. As the goal kick, short one they go. Goes on the far side. Go into attack trying to find the Italian import, Grondi. It is on the far side. Comets moving forward once again. Goes out to Samora on that far side. Goes one way, goes backwards across there, trying to find Valentino Yule. Almost controlled it. Kicked away there by Aitzabatzis. Only as far as the Comets with the ball, Anianto. Goes backwards to his captain there in Welsh. Welsh with the ball playing in the back lines today. Goes towards the left-hand side of the park. looking for Shannon Day, didn't quite get to him. It goes out for a goal kick to the Blue Eagles early in this first half, just on 2.5 minutes played on the Viv Sports time clock, Palmetto scoreboard. It is 0-0.
And Blue Eagles even sporting the white socks, Rob. Very Leeds United, not even the blue socks. Nothing blue about them except their numbers. So no breeze to speak of, I would imagine, down there, Ryan, at this stage.
There's a little bit of breeze, but it's blowing across the pitch. I did it before the game, so it's going to be. It's not big, but a slight breeze straight across the pitch.
So Welsh with the ball for Comets. The captain goes inboard. Goes back to Welsh from the play there. Who was it? Number 8, was it? Anyhow, the ball's on the far side. Goes out to Somoro. Mohamed Somoro. Goes backwards. It was Andreas Wiens, I think, before. As it goes in right-hand side of the park. The Comets are with the ball.
Aristodopoulos.
Goes in, chests it down. Away goes the Blue Eagles through Kabedi. Goes into attack, trying to find Grondi. Controls it. Knows where the goals are. Tell you what. First touch from the Italian import, and not a bad left foot. Turned and swung, and just wide of the upright.
Let's watch that on the replay. Had 2 to beat too, mind you. Got on his left, sized it up, thought about it, and gee, the trajectory was right, just off target. And the keeper there, Woodland's happy to see that go just past the post. Good first goal attempt by the Blue Eagles. Comets have had a goal attempt as well, but I like the look at Grandi.
Boys, Grundy's he's a big boy. He's definitely the same height as Welsh. He's quite a tall lad, but not only is he big, he's solid. He's got legs on him. He's got an upper body on him. It's going to be a very interesting duel today.
Glad he's got legs on him, Ryan. Otherwise, he'd be struggling out there with
I think he played in the 3rd division in Italy.
It's Karlovic who tried to move the ball forward. Farquhar, Karlovic, Kabedi for the Blue Eagles now, looking for runners. Geez, he's good on the ball, isn't he, Kabedi? Gets harassed there, gets pushed back eventually. So on the far side, Rastovac played it up the line. Kabedi fell, play on, says the referee, and Comets come away with the ball. Looks like Anianto. Good pressure though. They've turned it over, but they'll get it back again, the Comets. In the middle of the park. Almost turned it over. Good sliding challenge. It's Grandi again for the Blue Eagles. Gets support. Goes wide. That came from Christophilus. Goes backwards now. Rastovac into the box. Welsh flies. Only to the advantage of Kabedi. Plays it down to Karlovic. He lays it off. Players fell off the ball there, but play on, says the referee, and Yule releases.
Yeah, number 8 is Donny Pollock. That's the one I mixed out. So he's on the park. Normally plays up front, but looks like he's in the midfield. So it'll be a throw into Comets, Adelaide Comets, taken here by Shannon Day. Go down the line, looking for Andreas Wiens. Just touches it neatly to Valentino Yule.
It's out of play though. The assistant Yule couldn't keep it in.
So he tried to cut it back, and as Paul said, didn't quite keep it in. So it'll be a goal kick. It's taken here by John Solari, Blue Eagles keeper. Got 2 good keepers, Michael Catford on the bench. A very capable keeper, but Solari's kept his post as he gets his kick over the halfway line on the left-hand side of the park. Up went Kabedi, got his head to it, only as far as Day. Blue Eagles with control of the ball, goes to Simic. Simic goes to Grandi, sends it right-hand side to Adam Harris. He gets it into attack. Nice looking ball, back post.
Gee.
Lurking in the back post.
Christophilus.
And good chance there by the Blue Eagles.
Just watch on the replay, drifting at the back post there, and it got to him, but he just probably wasn't expecting it, in fairness to Christophilus. And it's still taking a touch off a Comets defender, as it'll be a corner kick to the Blue Eagles, their first one of the afternoon, thanks to the Chemist King at Hectorville. So Blue Eagles not looking the $4.50 shot, are they, at the moment, Rob?
Nah.
With a smile on his face,
Good
as Rob.
price.
Karlovic now with a right foot in swinger, goes near post, dealt with easily by the Comets defence. Although Karlovic will put it back into the box, you would imagine, goes one way then the other. Good pressing by Farquhar, pushes them all the way back. Artzibatsis goes wide too hard, and I don't know if that's going to stay in. That's gone out of play. And that'll be a throw into the Comets. A bit hard for Simic to chase that one down. Throw into the Comets from their defensive half.
So that goes out, headed there by Karlovic. Go, still Blue Eagles with the ball. Trying to muscle their way through, but the Comets have got the ball. Goes to Valentino Yule. Using his skill last time we saw him. But they are man of the match. Valentino Yule, but different proposition against the Blue Eagles as Simic has got it. Goes to Harris. Harris, a nice looking, look good.
Too close to the keeper.
Too close to the keeper, and away go Comets with a throw on the far side.
Samaro taken off the ball too easily. They still keep possession, although the referee's seen a free kick. And it looks like it'll go the way of the Blue Eagles, so Comets committing the first foul of the afternoon. As we watch from the release, see if we can pick up the foul. Samaro lost the ball, then illegally went back in. Here's a chance. It was there for Simic. Just watching the replay. Should have got back to the live play. Rob just nudged me, man.
I didn't know what you were looking at.
I was watching
were you looking at that?
Yeah, I was describing the replay.
I wasn't looking at you, to tell you the truth.
Crittenden puts it out of play for the Blue Eagles, so it'll be a throw into the Comets on the halfway line, right in front of our boundary rider, Ryan Marveggio, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. Weens lays it off, Farquhar, Weens goes wide. It's Karamides on the far side. Samauro goes backwards. Comets in possession, they put the ball to the tip of the hot spot. Harris deals with it. And as far as looked like Samauro, couldn't pull the trigger, and Blue Eagles come away with it.
So they go into attack left-hand side of the park. Trying to get to it was Kabidi, but it goes all the way back to the keeper. A little bit of pressure. Woodlands. Then he gets rid of it.
Son of former Thunderbirds coach, Jane Woodlands.
As it goes in board to Yull. Yull finding the play there in Farquhar. Goes into attack. No one there though. And easily cut out there by the keeper there in Solari.
Have you seen the opening by the Blue Eagles there, Ryan?
Yeah, I can see why Blue Eagles have got their few wins and climbing back up the table. Gianluca's very vocal down here, just always demanding on the first touch pressure, expecting them to press really high up the pitch. So I can see why they're really from the coach. So Blue Eagles, I think they're going to do all right today.
Who'd you pick? A draw, did you?
No,
I picked a draw.
I picked Comets. He might change his mind. The Blue Eagles have got the ball through Kabidi. He goes and tries to find Harris, but the pressure on him by Yule. Well done, Yule. He finds Farquhar. Farquhar couldn't get it. Well done, Harris. Harris wins the ball, but his cross again too deep that time, and over the goal line for a goal kick to the Comets.
Well, what Gianluca's trying to say down here, boys, is if you can see in the first 2 minutes, their wingers are very fast, and Yule, Farquhar, Samara, they're getting behind them. If they can try and push them high up the park and not allow them that space to take them one-on-one, then I think Blue Eagles are going to be really right into this game today.
So just gone 10.5 minutes on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard 0-0 as Comets into attack. Poor turnover by the Blue Eagles defence gives a chance for Yule to take a shot. Didn't get the connection he would have liked, but it's going to go down as a goal attempt. I don't know if I'd class it a save. I suppose it had to be saved because it was on goals. Is it a save, boys? Yes,
100%,
no?
100%.
Yeah, thank you.
True.
Oh, well,
That was definitely a goal attempt.
Okay.
But he had to save it, right?
Yeah.
If he didn't stop
he got
it.
in the way, yeah. That's right.
Oh, he got in the way.
So the ball's on the far side. It'll be a throw-in to Blue Eagles. Like it could be Karlovic to take the throw-in. Goes in board to player there in Grondi. And that goes over the sideline once again. Rastovac is there, I think.
Might have been Christopoulos on the far side.
Christopoulos.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yep.
That's Rastovac, I think, taking this throw-in.
You can see on his right knee, he's very heavily taped with the blue tape for his knee injury.
So the ball is, that's Rastovac, is it?
That's right.
Yep. So free kick will go to the Comets. Keeper will come out of his box and take this one. Woodlands, Alexander, the sun in his eyes here at the SA Athletic Stadium. It is the home ground of the Adelaide Comets.
Haven't got a good record here against Blue Eagles. 7 games played, only won 1 and lost 5.
So Woodland sends it towards the right hand side of the park. Cut out though by Blue Eagles, trying to get something going. Farquhar went back. Could have been Karametis on that far side. Also there it was Hiristolopoulos. As
that's Hiristopoulos.
Yep. Goes to Farquhar. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? Back in board they go. Hiristolopoulos again. Switches it back to the right hand side. I reckon that's Karametis on that far side.
I think you're right.
Hiristolopoulos again. Just playing kippies off at the moment, Comets. Now they go into attack. Nice looking ball, controlled well there by Yol. Cuts it back, chance for the Comets. All it had to do was just a boot in there from Andreas Wiens, and that would have been a goal. But good movement there by the Comets once again.
Absolutely, he got into a dangerous position, cut it back, but as Rob mentioned, just needed a toe on it. It eluded all players.
And you'll see that quite a bit today from Comets to try and get their fast wingers in Yule and Samara in behind, because once they've beaten the defence, they're in. They've got the pace.
So, was that a free kick or?
Offside.
Offside. That was against what, Comets?
Yes.
So the ball's with the right-hand side of the park. Still Comets going into attack. Andreas Wiens can't get that one. Keeper has to get rid of it quickly. Goes out on the far side. Chance for the Blue Eagles. They do control it. Grondi looking for Simic. Too close to the keeper once again. And he throws it out right-hand side of the park.
You're right with that breeze. Look at the flags there behind the goalkeepers at the Comets end. They are moving about quite a bit. So down at ground level it'll be testing for the players as Blue Eagles having to go back to their keeper. And Solari goes for the safety of the line, but definitely a breeze out there going across the ground according to those flags. It's Comets that will have the throw in on the far side of the ground. Karamedes to take it. But gee, cheap, and the turnover easily dealt with by Atsibatsis. So it'll be take two for the Comets. 14 and a half almost gone on the first half. The Viv Sports time clock Parlamento scoreboard still 0-0.
So long throw there in towards the penalty box. Up went Atsibatsis, clears it. Goes out to Kabidi, sends it towards the left-hand side of the park, controlling it. Karlovic goes in ball. Here they go, the Blue Eagles. Goes to Simic. They've got some pacey wingers as well as they go back. There's a shot there by Damien Curtin, not really renowned to have shots. Good first time shot there by Damien Crediton just over the crossbar.
Good build up as you said, Rob. They got some speed on the counter. Simic later back to Cretton and maybe well, the thought was right and he pulled the trigger straight away and credit to him. But there is a bit of pace there. Who's the guy on the far side there?
Simic and
no, not
Christopoulos.
Christopoulos.
Yeah,
number 11.
Yep, he's got the speed there. I like his speed. Christopoulos.
And they break quick with Kabidi and Crinton coming through as a deep-lying midfielder.
It's a tag team at Blue Eagles. Zoran, Gianluca. It's amazing, but he gets the best out of him, Gianluca.
I think Gianluca went overseas. That's the reason
so
why.
maybe
and I reckon he
caretaker.
came back, yeah. I reckon Zoran was just more of a caretaker.
Yeah, I thought, just speaking to Zoran every now and then, he wasn't too keen. And maybe
he's
just
still sports director. So
doing him a favour maybe as Cretton now almost gets ridden, does. Foul given away by Yule. And that'll go the way of the Blue Eagles.
But he was posted as their coach, so...
He's very vocal down here, Gianluca. He demands a lot of pressure from the boys.
Oh, he always rides the game with his players, Gianluca.
He reminds me of Conte down on the pitch. He's very vocal, and like you said, he rides the game with his players.
So Blue Eagles through Harris with a free kick. Long to the 18-yard box. Kabidi got his head on it. Karamedes clears it. Up to Samaldo, who turns. He's got some speed himself. Hot on his hammer was Rastovac. Rastovac did well to get the ball back. Atsibatsis. Rastovac. 1-2 under pressure. Ball taken off him. Comets now into the box. Wiens, it was Farquhar with a pirouette, Rob.
Yep.
And Blue Eagles do clear eventually to Kabidi on the break.
So Kabidi with the ball. Chance for the Blue Eagles. 2 against 3 at the moment. They go switch play. Right hand side. Goes to Simic. Simic controls. Waits for Adam Harris. Might go to him. Does go to him. Adam Harris, first timer. Cuts it back. Chance the back post. Simic running again. Doing well. Chance for Christopoulos. And that goes over the sideline. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. End-to-end stuff.
One of the best games so far this season, as I've opened up quite well.
So Blue Eagles with a throw in on the far side. Andrea Rastovac to take it. Yeah, they're attacking corner flag. Kabidi stolen from him. Hatzibatzis tries to get it back into their attacking zone. Comets will come away with it. Offside flag up against Weens.
Sprinkler down there, boys, I think.
He fell over it.
No, I'm joking. He tripped over his own feet, I think.
So 2 offsides conceded by the Comets, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. And Jimbo's going the jacket, or he's taking it off? He's going the jacket as soon as the sun goes away. So second taking on 8th. You wouldn't think it from what you've seen so far. So Blue Eagles with a deep, well, off the side of the boot there. You're the recipient. Plays it short. Comets player under pressure there. Now they'll settle. Anianto to Welsh. Welsh striding through the middle of the park. Plays it short. Day tries to find Weens, does offside flag up again. So that's 3 times. 3 times caught offside, the Comets.
Forgot to mention the referees too today. Daniel Elder's the
I mentioned
referee.
him, Rob.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good on
I
you.
like Daniel Elder.
Jack Robinson is his assistant, and Marinas Hako is the other assistant. Did you mention them as well?
No.
Typical. And score update thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar, Campbelltown 1, Parry Hills 1. And the other games, Adelaide City, Adelaide United Youth, it's 0-0. West Burkalla and West Adelaide, it's 0-0. The other games tonight, it is Cumberland against Croydon and Olympic against Metro
Offside
Stars.
flag again. 4 times. Gee, you and Brooksy are normally hard on that, Ryan, but a bit quiet. Should they be reading the play a bit better?
Yeah, they should. They're trying to get. The game plan is to try and work off the Blue Eagles' shoulders. So that you're going to get caught offside a few times, but they've got to read the line a bit better.
Christopoulos under a bit of pressure, going backwards. Rastavats tried to chip it forward, wins the throw in. So we've got almost 20 minutes of the game on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard 0-0, and Spells has got baseball duties for those tweets coming through.
Yeah, he has. As the ball is with the Blue Eagles.
Apparently if he wins with his team, they go to LA.
We're all going to LA to film it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go Spells.
We're all going, boys. Boundary rider, Ryan. Commentator, Rob.
Even though we know nothing about baseball.
Guide tour, Paul.
What's so hard about it?
Spells is paying Jimbo reckons. Good turn by the Comets, but foul picked up there by Daniel Elder against the Comets. So all the stats are going in the Comets column. 2 shots, goal attempts, 4 offsides, 1 corner, 1 saved by the keeper and 3 fouls. This Harris up the line.
So it goes to Simic. Simic controls, good little player, former Metro Stars player, made the move to Blue Eagles this season. It's referee Daniel Elder on the spot.
First foul considered by Blue Eagles, I think, or that I've statted, thanks to the Chemist King at Hectorville.
So over the ball is Farquhar. Just waiting for his troops to move forward. Welsh is, knows how to score goals, likes to go up. Also on the back post is Yol. So chips it up, too close to the keeper. Easily taken here by Solari. Quickly throws it out. Presume it's Rusovats on that far side. Centre of the ground though, here is the Dolopoulos. Does well. Goes left hand side trying to find Yol. And it goes over the sideline. Will be a throw in. Taken here by Shannon Day, former Adelaide City player. As he looks for some movement, goes out, throws it to player there, and crossed in the end there by Pollock. And it is on the far side at the moment, as Samoro got it backwards. Still Comets, Anianto, chance. Should have cracked it from there, I thought.
Yeah, you're very late in coming up from an offside position. And I don't think Theo would be too happy with that. Stalling the attack.
Up in attack it goes, Grandi goes up, Also going up there, he's Dolopoulos. Goes to Kabidi though. Kabidi chance to cross it back. No one there though. Easily cleared here by Shannon Day. He goes to Yule. Yule controls. Tries to square it up. Pollock has got it. Finds the player there in Farquhar. Again, they go into attack. No one there. Into the arms of the keeper there in Solari.
Yeah, I see the high ball there, wanting the runner to come through, but not on the same wavelength on that occasion. So Solari now to release. Ordinary release there by the keeper. So Samaro now plays it backwards. Anianto going further back and even further backer again from Welsh to the keeper. So they start from the back line. Haristo Dolopoulos almost up to the halfway line. Now we'll go back to Anianto. And he'll go back to his keeper. Woodlands. Still in their defensive half. Comets. Now the long diagonal. Too easy for Harris.
Whoop.
Harris almost made it look hard. Gets Kabidi in the middle of the park. Good control. Good skills this lad. Plays it short. Simic on the halfway line for the Blue Eagles. A long searching ball forward.
Oh, look at that.
Well done by Grande. And Grande.
A shot.
Oh, I reckon he was cutting it back, hoping there was a teammate tip of the 6-yard box. But Grande always thinking. Kabidi. Here come Blue Eagles again. Simic. Too fancy. Comets clear. Up to the halfway line. Harris couldn't. We'll get a second bite at the cherry. Chips it. Kicks it into the back of Yule, wins a throw-in.
So we played just over 24 minutes in the first half on the Viv Sports time clock. Parliamento scoreboard still 0-0 here at the SA Athletic Stadium. Comets against Metro Stars. Comets against the Blue Eagles. As Adam Harris controls, goes short, looking for Crittenden. In the way though, the Comets. Damien Crittenden working hard as well.
Pressure's lifting a little bit down here, boys. The intensity from both teams.
So Shannon Day will take the throw in. Goes down the line. Andreas Wiens also there. Chance for Pollock. But it's cut out there by the Blue Eagles defence. Looks like Anakiariko, the captain. Goes to Kabidi, chests it down. To the line though, and over the line it goes for a throw in.
So Day. Wiens the target man. Atsibatsis with a foot. Did well. Rastovats to Kabidi. Grandi was a target, didn't get there. Well, keeper and defender not talking. Chance now for Comets, but gee whiz. Good defending by Rastovats. Or was it?
No,
Atsibatsis. Wins a free kick. So another foul committed by the Comets. You'll probably see this on the replay as a high foot. Oh, I don't know. That was 50-50, boys. But just untidy more than anything.
The noise was quite loud down here pitch side. I think that's what caught the referee's attention.
Yeah, interesting with that because Atsibatsis had the foot high and player just going to shoot. Clash of feet. Referee sees it. Anyway, here's a chance of Blue Eagles now. Christopoulos trying to get that cross in, but it's been read best by Haristo Dolopoulos. Anianto back there. Keramides under pressure. Tight against the line. Blue Eagles keep it in. Kabidi, he's got plenty of white shirts in the box if he wants. That's the way it goes. But easily dealt with by Haristo Dolopoulos. Up to the halfway line. Here come Comets now. Although they're lacking numbers up forward, they get there now. You're offside. Can't believe that.
That there is what frustrates me for being offside.
Been offside a few times, haven't they?
5, thanks for the Chemist King Hectorville.
Goes in board. Karlovic finding, is that Christophilos?
Yes.
Goes left side, Kabidi.
As a winger, you need to read the line. You're there for a good 10-20 seconds. You need to read the line at all times, and that's just purely down not laziness but vision.
They push out well though, the Blue Eagles defence, don't they?
They do, and that's driven by their manager Lagarde down here.
Yep.
It's a great defender in his playing day with Adelaide City in the NSL.
Kabidi controls it, goes even further left. Christophilos goes down, might get the free kick.
Came with his mate Claudio Pelozzi. Whatever happened to Claudio Pelozzi?
He came back to Adelaide.
Did he? Remember those two at Adelaide City?
Yep.
I think he's a technical director, or he's definitely involved in a club. I can't remember. I remember reading about him last year. He's definitely involved in a club, I think in the youth setup.
Yeah. There was 3 Italians, even Pellegrino.
That's it.
Pellegrini.
He's involved at Eastern United.
Gee, the trainer running out a bit like you there, Ryan. Gee, not the quickest. Just... No, she's not needed. And just sprinting off the park.
That's definitely me.
That's a Ryan Marveggio jog.
And always a smile on his face, and like she does, a nice big smile.
So it was a free kick to the Blue Eagles.
She's a happy chappy.
Well, wouldn't you be? It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon watching a game of football.
Right foot in swinger deep to the keeper. Punches.
Oh.
Good collision. Good. And it's from distance and a good save there. And there was that. Looks like Christopoulos, I think it might have been with a left foot shot. So shot there by the goal attempt by the Blue Eagles. Save there by Woodlands. Making me work on the stats. Here we go from the free kick. Right foot in swinger.
Nice corner.
Very courageous by the keeper. Had plenty of white shirts converging on him.
So,
just watching the replay. See if we can get the shot in on this one. Just cut out at the very end.
So, in-swinger corner kick. Who's taking this?
Christopoulos
with his left foot. So, some referee having a chat with someone to stay off.
Aided by swirling breeze.
So, swings it around up the back there. It was Anikariko, I think, got his head to it.
Boys, just a little bit of attention down here. Hirostopoulos is down here just getting a bit of treatment. He's got a cut on his head. So the referee's just asked him to patch that up. So
the blood rule.
Yeah, blood rule. He's down here just getting a bit of pat. You might see about 20 layers of tape on in about the next 10 seconds. So wait and see.
There we go. Our camera boy's right on it, getting some treatment. Hirostopoulos. He'll be patched up. Cut to the head there.
Goal kick taken there by Woodland, sends it over the halfway line. Up went Atabatis, only as far as the play there in Karamidas on that far side. So they'd go into attack, right hand side for Comets, but in the way it's Rastovats. Cross comes in though by Comets. Still got the ball, chance as Harris does clear it in the end.
Well
sends
stolen.
it over the sideline for a throw-in.
Christopoulos back on the park, but well stolen in that little foray forward for the Comets. So half an hour gone on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard still 0-0. Comets have the throw-in into attack. Farquhar couldn't get there. Harris gets his head on it. Shot came down, headed away, and now for the safety of a corner. So I'll call that a goal attempt by the Comets and a corner kick to the Comets.
Para Hills take the lead there at Campbelltown. So Para Hills 2.
True.
Campbelltown just not in good form of late. 1. Still 0-0 the other games, and that's Bercala against West Adelaide. Adelaide City against Adelaide United Youth.
Anianto with a corner, far post. Kabidi couldn't on the first attempt, laid off. Shot from distance. And it's gone wide by Samauro. Nevertheless, another goal attempt by the Comets, and it's around the grounds thanks to West Beach Pizza Bar.
And not forgetting tonight's game, Cumberland against Croydon Kings and Olympic against Metro Stars. Both games are at 7 o'clock.
Good little period for the Comets at the moment. But they can't make it show on the scoreboard at the moment, which is noticeably lacking here at the moment, Rob, the scoreboard. One of your little pet hates.
Yeah, a little bit. But they haven't had one here since
Adam was a boy.
Exactly. Not too hard to put a scoreboard up, isn't it?
Is that one of many of Rob's pet hates?
I think Metro Stars put one up quickly when I complained about it.
I complain.
It's one of his top 5, that's for sure, Ryan. We've got the Parlamento scoreboard. 31, 37 gone, 38. Parlamento scoreboard 0-0. Viv Sports time clock. Crittenden making sure of that play going out. So throw into the Comets. Grandstand side.
In what premier sport, it's our premier sport in South Australia, that top notch in our first division hasn't got a scoreboard.
Chance for Yule now, he's in the box, but Harris gets his head in the way.
Even amateur clubs have got scoreboards.
And some of them digital too at Australian rules level. Makes you wonder. It might be a restriction because they are renting from here.
Yeah, but you can have an adjustable, what do you call them? Those portable
Surely you
ones.
can have a temporary one as well.
A portable one. Like the Metro Stars, if you notice theirs, it's handy.
Yeah. It's just those 1%ers. So corner kick to the Comets. They're third of the afternoon. They go short. Day against Simic, and that'll be another corner. So they're fourth thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. So second versus eighth on the table here. Round 14 action thanks to Green Play. This time it goes to the box, headed away. First time of asking, but it'll come back at him. Day again with a long searching ball into the box. Keeper comes too high and easy.
I think they're using this long ball too much, Ryan, I reckon.
That one there was just to put it back into the mix when everybody was up.
Yeah, fair enough. As Kabidi does a pirouette. Referee saw something.
Yeah, got body checked.
Foul after disposal. As they quickly take it. Christophilos goes back towards Anakiariko. Captain Anakiariko looking for Simic. Good turn by Simic.
Yeah, Day's asking the question. I like to see this on the replay because I reckon he was just going for the ball. It was just a clash of bodies colliding. There was nothing in that. He got the ball. I've got to say that's a bit harsh to give a free kick for that.
Agreed.
Referee was behind too.
It was the assistant that actually gave that, in fairness to Daniel Elder. It's the sixth foul committed by the Comets.
So Christophilos will take this free kick.
Oh,
it's
poor one.
actually Mario Karlovic. As it's cleared. Comets do clear it over the sideline for a throw-in. Taken here by the Blue Eagles. Adam Harris will take it. His brother's still in Melbourne. Former striker at the Blue Eagles. Kenny Harris. So Adam Harris. Long throw. Back header there.
Goal attempt.
Oh, he's actually going for the goals. I reckon it was Grandi.
See when he turns it was.
Crossbar it goes.
Yep. The goal attempt by the Blue Eagles.
West Adelaide take the lead. 1-0 over Burkalla. So they've been in good form. And Adelaide City have taken the lead. 1-0 over Adelaide United. So everyone has scored.
Except here. Thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar.
So West Adelaide 1-0 over Burkalla. Adelaide City 1-0 over Adelaide United. And Parry Hills leading 2-1 over Campbelltown.
Thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar around the grounds. Back here at the SA Athletic Stadium, it's 0-0. Kabidi putting pressure there on the defenders of Comets. Had a play Day to take the throw in. Just in the shade, it's getting quite cool. So Day now with a throw in down the line. Yule left it for Harris. He clears. Anianto off the side of the boot. Kabidi, the recipient. Kabidi looking for runners, chips it into the box. Offside there was Christopoulos. Referee now sees it and now calls it. It's the first offside against the Blue Eagles this afternoon.
Was that close up there, boys, on the replay?
I don't know if our angle will tell us that, but I think he did go pretty early in the run, Christopoulos, so the referee right on the spot there, I'd probably agree with him on that occasion. And it's rare that I say that, agreeing with the assistant referee.
Fair enough.
But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, as we don't have 18 cameras like Fox Sports coverage.
So Woodlands will take this a free kick. And with his left foot, sends it over the halfway line. Right-hand side of the park it goes. Running well with it is Samoro. As it's cleared here by Anakiariko. Gordon Kings have lost a few players too. Josine Ability's gone overseas.
Really?
Yep.
And today's paper.
Doing a bit of a trial. Samoro's gone. So a few players have left Croydon. There's been a lot of movements in the Premier League. Coaches, players, as the throw-in's taken. Up in the air it goes. Still chances of turning and a shot by Weens.
It's
into
a goal
the arms
attempt.
of John Solari, yeah, correct. So Solari bounces it, gets his boot to it. Kabidi, gee.
Clash of heads there.
He gets up well, doesn't
They'll
he?
have to stop this. Clash of heads, both players holding their heads. Referee hasn't seen it. He's got his back to it, but they're both on their feet, both holding their head.
But with that, then the assistant should be flagging
That's
that.
exactly right, Ryan. I mean, now he's turned around. I think the players brought it to his attention. Daniel Oda just checking with the players.
Who's the other one? Dilopoulos. He's just come back on with a head injury, isn't he?
Bit of a shake on hands there.
So Simic doing the sportsmanlike thing and giving the ball back to the Comets keeper in Woodland. So it's a pretty even game so far. Comets nil, Blue Eagles nil on the Parlamento scoreboard. We've gone 37 and a bit on the Viv Sports time clock. 2nd versus 8th, but you wouldn't think that. And there's 12 points separating these two teams, but very evenly matched, as Gianluca's just tweaked a few things that are working for the Blue Eagles at the moment.
So headed there, trying to find Grondi. Kabidi sends a Simic on his way, but Woodlands, very alert Woodlands, throws it out to Day. Day, left-hand side of the park, looking for some movement, goes with a low pass, cut out there by Atabatzis, but Comets with the ball, left-hand side, Yol couldn't quite keep it in, and that will be a throw-in. Comets with the ball. Shannon Day will take this throw in, looking for some movement. Pollock went towards him, now he's gone back. Goes long, looking for Weens, clears it, only as far as Pollock has got it. It's got a chance to shoot, knows where the goals are.
It's a goal attempt.
Former striker at Adelaide United, was their top goal scorer in the State League, scored a lot of goals, made the move to Metros last season. I reckon he went overseas and he's come
Went
back.
to America.
Oh, did
the
he?
college system.
And he's come back playing with the Comets.
Anianto left foot in swing and near post, couldn't beat the first defender. In fact, it was the forward, Grandi, and now it's been released. Here's a chance for Simic, but he's got no one in support and 3 or 4 black and blue shirts around him. He gets Grandi that's come up now. Grandi one way then the other. Look how many blue shirts around him. So Kabiti's got a bit of space. Kabiti's got it wide now. Should get it into the box. Takes on the defender one way then the other. He's dancing over there, but poor ball, and Farquhar tidies up to Anianto for the Comets, and they're away, this time onside. Here's Weens, he's got Yule on the outside. If he wants him, Weens goes to Yule, 2, just a little bit too heavy for him. And lucky for the Blue Eagles, Crittenden applied the pressure and Harris makes sure of it with the corner. But a good movement forward there by the Comets.
Yeah, certainly playing okay. Both teams are doing and pushing the ball quite neatly. Here today at the SA Athletic Stadium, home ground of the Adelaide Comets.
Not in a hurry to take this corner.
How many corners piece have we got so far, Paul?
Corners, Comets have had 6 so far in the game, and the Blue Eagles only 2, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. Finally, they've got someone to take the corner. Samaro.
Yep. So Mohamed Samaro will take this corner kick. He'll put a right-footed in-swinger.
Approaching 41 minutes of this first half on the Viv Sports time clock.
So puts his hands up, and it's a low one.
Which means I'm going to deliver a poor corner, I think.
Goes to Simic. He finds Kabiti. Kabiti's worked hard in this first game for the Blue Eagles. As he goes backwards, finds a play there. I think it was
Crittenden.
Karlovic. Crittenden's got it. Goes to Harris.
Not a good first touch, but he kept
Nice
it in.
ball though. No one there in the back post. Harmlessly goes, no, doesn't go over the goal line. Keeps it in. Kuromidis
Where's Boyakino, just quietly?
on
On the bench.
If you can see your team sheet. Green means reserve. As Woodlands has got it. Right hand side of the park.
Is that what you meant by there's a few interesting ones on the bench for the Blue Eagles
Yes.
early in the call?
Dilopoulos has got it.
Anianto.
Oh, Anianto, sorry. Trying to find Samoro.
No, it was Anianto.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was. I saw the 4. There's a 4 in that. Hristo Dilopoulos trying to get to it, but Kuromidis goes to his keeper, Woodlands. Ooh. Off the side of the boot slightly. Goes to Grandi. 1-2 back to Simic. Can't quite get there, but it's cut out there by Day. Over the sideline for a throw-in.
Very evenly matched game here, boys. And Ron, I think my draw prediction looking all right. Quickly taken throw in. Simic couldn't control it. Farquhar leaves it for Yule. Yule's turned it over. Harris, Kabiti. Kabedi wide. Crittenden deflected. Now Comets should clear. They're making hard work of it. Day under pressure. Crittenden off the side of the boot. Probably surprised that it actually came to his feet. And that'll be a goal kick to the Comets. Good play by both teams, although in saying that, Adelaide Comets probably, you know, have the majority of the stats in their favour. But Blue Eagles very dangerous on the counter and very dangerous when they go forward.
So Woodlands will take this goal kick.
Any news why Boyakino's on the bench? Is it injury or?
Probably form. I think he was on the bench last week as well. If I look at that team sheet from last week. As it goes over the sideline, it will be a throw-in, so maybe just form. As it is Day with a long throw, looking for Pollock. Controls, holds on.
Donny
holds
Pollock.
the play
it's a good name,
back.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is Donny.
Donny Pollock.
As it goes to Yole. Chance for Day, can get the cross, trying to cut it back, but Blue Eagles do clear it. Goes to Grundy, holds on to the ball, looking for support. Goes back towards Crittenden.
Pirouette.
As it goes to Simic.
Under pressure, gee.
And over the sideline it goes for a throw-in to the Comets.
Crucial time of the game. A minute and a half away from extra time. This is where concentration should be at its highest, and surprisingly, where a lot of goals are scored.
Just before half-time, Campbelltown have pulled one back. Thanks West Beach Pizza Bar. It's 2-2.
Aniantor twists and turns with the right foot. Oh, I'm going to put that down as a goal attempt. Not a good one, but their seventh of this half, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. But still, Parlamento scoreboard tells us 0-0. And the goalkeepers, whilst we've got them having saves, they've been straightforward and no real threat on goal. No real acrobatic or spectacular saves, just the regulation so far. So the ball on the far side of the park comes in board. Grundy almost got one in the back. Farquhar does well. Good little release. Comets player under pressure there. Almost turned it over. Welsh. Day giving him an option. And so does Woodlands, who clears. Weens could have been fouled there. The referee sees nothing in it. And an awkward clearance there by Anikiatiko sees a throw into the Comets. So we're 10 seconds away from the mandatory, probably 1 minute of extra time. Quickly taken, throw in. Pollock turns, wins a throw in.
So a throw into Comets in the same spot. They've had a couple of throw-ins in that same spot. Long throw specialist in Day as we approach the time on period. Long trying to find Yul. Cleared here only as far as Farquhar. Trying to go back to Day. In the way though it's Harris. Once again in that same spot just about.
Who do you think would be the happier of the two coaches, Ryan?
Gianluca.
Absolutely.
So Day with a throw into the penalty spot there.
But I don't think it'll be panic sirens down at in the Comets changing though. Theo's looking very calm.
So 40 seconds have gone of extra time. This could be the last kick of the half. Ball still in play. Aniantor. Short. And that is half time here at the South Australian Athletics Stadium. And we go in with a very even contest. 0-0 at half time. Comets v Blue Eagles. Rob, how'd you see that first half?
I thought it was pretty even. I thought Blue Eagles had a few chances in the beginning. Grundy with a great shot.
Let's go down to our boundary rider, Ryan Marveggio with Aniantor.
Well, Nath, how are you first of all? Just quickly, is this what you expected from Blue Eagles today? They've had a very indifferent season. This is the pressure that you sort of expected from them?
Yeah, look, I know earlier on this season they were a completely different team. So I guess we came into this game preparing for a different experience completely. I guess last time we were able to press them and win that ball back easily. We know they've got a couple of players that have come in, so we're trying to keep them under that pressure and hopefully we can win that ball back early and that's why we like to play, try and score some goals.
You've had a few chances early on in the first half. You've got some very pacey wingers. Is that the game plan in the second half, to keep trying to get in behind them with your wingers and trying to get a cut back to yourself and Weens and Farquhar and Pollock?
I mean, this week obviously we've got a bit of a different lineup, missing a couple of key defensive players and stuff, so Look, we always try and get our midfield on the ball and spread wide to get the ball to our pacey wingers, but look, we're going to keep doing that in the second half, and hopefully we can score some goals there as well.
Good luck in the second half, Nathan.
There it is, our boundary rider, Ryan Marveggio, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers and Nathan Adianto from the Comets. So we go in at half-time here at the South Australian Athletic Stadium. Thanks to Green Play round 14 action, it's 0-0. The Comets is second on the table, and Blue Eagles 8th on the table. No goals to report. Just quickly around the grounds, thanks to West Beach Pizza Bar.
Yeah, half-time, West Adelaide are leading 1-0 against Burkalla. Adelaide City leading 1-0 against Adelaide United. Campbelltown and Parra Hills, it's 2-2. And obviously here at the SA Athletic Stadium, Adelaide Comets 0, Blue Eagles 0.
We'll leave you at half-time with the scoreline 0-0. Back shortly. Enjoy the half-time highlight show, and we'll be back with the second half very shortly.
lost my car and my home. I'm leaving for a destination I still don't know. Somewhere nobody must have duties at all. And if you like this, you can follow me. So let's go. Follow me. And let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me. We can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown, no, 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 destination unknown. reaching the crowd. The air is clear, the ocean's blue, I love that sound. We're happy for this destination we found. And if you want this, you can follow me. Let's go, follow me, and let's go to the place where we belong and leave our troubles at home. Come with me, we can go to a paradise of love and joy, a destination unknown, known, 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 known. ice on your waist from way back way. You know that I don't play. Streets not safe, but I never run away, even when I'm away. OT, OT, there's never much love when we go OT. I pray to make it back in one piece. I pray. That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. Strength and guidance, all that I'm wishing for my friends. Nobody makes it from my ends. I had to bust up the silence. You know you gotta stick by me. Soon as you see the text, reply me. I don't wanna spend time fighting. We got no time, and that's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me. I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold on me.
Welcome back to the South Australian Athletics Stadium, round 14 action. Thanks to Green Play, it is the PlayStation 4 South Australian National Premier League, and the Comets hosting the Blue Eagles. The scoreboard attendant hasn't been troubled yet, but I think the referee might have been troubled to get the players back out. It's 11 past 4 here in Adelaide.
He's lost his watch.
Other games are 8 minutes into their second half, and we haven't commenced our second half as yet, but the players happy to report are back on the park.
And Adelaide City have scored during that second half. So Adelaide City 2, Adelaide United Youth 0. They've played 54 minutes there. And Burkalla and West Adelaide played 55. West Adelaide leading 1-0. Campbelltown and Parry Hills, it's 2-2, and it's still half-time here.
So Parry Hills a good result so far, drawing with Campbelltown, but as Rob mentioned, not in great form at the moment, Campbelltown. And Adelaide City, the game that going to form. And West Adelaide, well, that was a bit of a heads or tails, because Westies, I think, well, they pulled off a good 2-0 victory last week in our match of the round, or in our broadcast game, over Campbelltown. West Adelaide looked quite good. So we're just about in ready for the start of the second half here, the SA Athletics Stadium, all thanks to Green Play, sorting out the artificial pitches here in South Australia. They've done 3 so far. And that's at the Adelaide Shores, the Parks and Modbury, and more to come.
Down at the new place for Salisbury, isn't that going to be all
When are we doing that
artificial?
game for Brooksy?
July 1st.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Got a birthday that night too, so I'm going to have to shoot off pretty quick.
Couple of weeks' time, yeah.
And that's out at Whoop Whoop, isn't it, too?
Burton.
Oh, good Lord. Anyway, we're just about in readiness for the second half to get underway, thanks to Daniel Elder. Checks his watch. And it's, here we go, game on, with Comets going to right of screen and Blue Eagles attacking the left of screen. So, first disposal going out of play, and it'll be a Blue Eagles throw in front of the coach's boxes. Kabidi gets a free kick. First foul of the second half, conceded by the Comets. Karlovic over the ball, but he's going to leave it for Rastovac. So Rastovac now looking to put this at the tip of the 18-yard box. That's the way it goes. A few targets, but headed away. Pollock got an important touch. Did very well. Plays it now to Farquhar. He's got runners left and right. Good cut out by Harris, because Yule was lurking. Anianto heads it. Comes down to feet eventually, but it's turned over Anianto now for the Comets. Finds Yule on the far side.
So you'll go short back to the play there in Farquhar. It's cut out there by the Blue Eagles. They go to attack through Simic. Looking for Grondi. Doesn't look like there's any changes happened, Ryan, I think.
No changes.
So
Mate, you're going to have to do with your headphones. That screeching is your headphone and the microphone. So please, if you can, put the headphone on your head, around your ears, because the magnetic, I don't want to get into the electronics of it all, Ryan, but that's what's making it feedback. Your headphone being exposed to the microphone.
So they go short, it goes to Keramidas.
It's like two opposing magnets.
Yep. trying to stick together.
No, but they actually repel each other.
Woodlands goes short, left-hand side to captain for Welsh. Captain Welsh, that is, has got it. Goes to the left side of the park. Farquhar lurking, back to Welsh it goes.
Hospital ball.
Pollock
That might be your
to the
first
ball.
yellow card, I reckon.
No, he's...
You get away with that. It's fluent with stuff.
So Welsh quickly takes it, trying to find Yole. Yole's got a chance for Comets to put one in the back of the net. Weeds, goal!
No
Yes! It's a goal. Andreas Weens makes it 1-0 to the Comets in their counter-attack.
Let's have a look at that on the replays. The goalkeeper was in no man's land. Open goal, and still a couple of Blue Eagles shirts there, and Ween's got a toe to it. Open goal, easy in the end. Gianluca will be very disappointed with that as a former defender. So we watch again on the replay. Ween still had a lot to do, beat the first. And also lucky too that Samaro didn't get in his way and let him go and put the ball in the back of the net. Comets lead 1-0, and that came in the 48th minute of the game.
Scoring his 17th goal of the season. And good work there by Karlovic. Goes out to Simic. Blue Eagles can reply straight away. There's a chance for the Blues.
Christopoulos.
And coming away was Anianto. Only as far as Rastovac. Goes short to credit them. So the Blues are trying to reply quickly. Karlovic has a crack.
Good shot.
Palmed away though by the keeper in Woodlands. And away go the Comets on the right hand side of the park.
So Blue Eagles with some defending to do. Back to the keeper Solari off the side of the boot, goes out of play. So both teams having goal attempts early minutes of this second half, but it was the Comets that made theirs stick and getting a goal. They lead 1-0 on the Parlamento scoreboard. And that's saved there, yep, registered. So from the throw-in, Comets headed just over the bar by Yule, and that'll be a goal kick to the Blue Eagles. So another goal attempt by the Comets this second half.
If you just want to look quickly to your left, boys, with the camera, Boy Aquino is doing his final warm-ups. He's got his tracksuit top off, and now he's putting on his shin pads, having final instructions with Lagarde.
And what's with the do, mate? Has he changed the do on top?
He's braided it.
Nice. Solari with a clearance. Good hit on that by Haristo Delopoulos. Comets coming again. Samaro. No, yes, Samaro gets the cart back, but too close to the keeper. Yule was lurking. Harris was with him. Solari happy to hold that one and release.
So it goes long on the far side. Policing it over the sideline is Shannon Day. So Comets leading 1-0. Goal scorer Andreas Wien, his 17th goal of the season. It's done well. There's a funny looking pass there by Kabidi. Was effective. Christopoulos goes back to Rastovac. Only as far as the Comets defence in Kyramidas. And over the sideline it goes for a throw-in. Taken here by the Blues, Rastovac. Just over the halfway line. Attacking.
Here comes the substitution, boys.
Gee, early in the second half. Just over 5 minutes gone.
That was a real impulse substitution there, but Lagarde just swore in Italian and he screamed at the ref, "Make the sub now, I'm had enough." And he's taken off Simic.
Simic did okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken him off. But I'm not the coach.
So Ivan Boyakino on for Stefan Simic. First change made by Gianluca Lagarde for the Blue Eagles. What's the difference? What are you going to see in the first 5 minutes that you wouldn't have sort of
before the
made at half time?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a chip up and Woodlands comes and gee, it took it in the chest. Kabidi was lurking. So Woodlands with a release to the halfway line. Weens, high foot, and that's the way the referee saw it. And Daniel will watch on the replay. Not too much to think about there.
Gee, LA City 4-0 up now against Adelaide United, so they're on a rampage. Don't be expect to see maybe another couple down there. West Adelaide leading 1-0 against Burkalla, and Campbelltown and Para Hills, it's 2-2 thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar.
So we've gone almost 7 minutes of this second half on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard, Comets 1, Blue Eagles 0. Going to form. Second of the table, Comets. And of course Adelaide City have got a 6-point gap on second spot. So they'll need to keep in touch with them. As the Comets now, through Pollock, finds Sumaro, who finds Weens, goes into the box, gets the cup back, and a bit of hesitation there by Onikiatiku and his keeper. Farquhar was lurking, and in the end it came to nothing. Karlovic finds Kabidi. They haven't played bad, Blue Eagles, that's for sure. They shouldn't feel out of this as Crittenden is set upon but does well to keep the ball. Goes backwards, Rastovats up the line. Not a good ball for Grundy to try and get. Somaro lays it off to Farquhar, to Weens, to Pollock, and away come Comets.
So it goes on the far side, it goes to Yol. Yol uses pace, go one way then the other. Stops,
Almost
drops.
overran the ball there.
In the way though, it's Adam Harris. Boyakino's also there. And McCarticle, captain, gives it to Harris. Boyakino controls.
Tight against that line.
Tried to turn and run with it. But the quick throw, was it out?
No, well, the linesman's there. Yeah.
As it goes into attack there by the Blues. But in the way the Comets defence holding strong. Welsh. Anianto to Welsh. He goes into attack. Right hand side of the park looking for Samaro in the way. Rastovats goes out towards Christofilos. Captain Anikanako can switch play. Looking for Boyokino. Chest it down. Tussling there with Day.
Wins a free kick too.
And also wins a free kick. Quickly taken here by the Comets. Referee won't allow that. And it'll be taken in its right spot. Further back. So they go short. Welsh again with the captain of the Comets. Runs with the ball. Goes short to Pollock. Pollock outside of the foot. Is that offside when he touches it?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Chance. Oh, it's hit the back of the net or the side of the net.
Side of the net.
From Yule. And it's touched the goalkeeper, is it?
We'll have a look at that on the replay, but he has given the corner, so goalkeeper must have intervened as the flag stayed down. Blue Eagles players appealing for it, and just must have got the slightest of touches there from Solari.
Some nasty words down there from Andreas Weens to his winger Yule, saying, "Why didn't you cut it back to me? I was standing on the edge of the 6-yard box waiting for you."
Well, another goal attempt. That's their third of the half, Comets, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. The corner short. Day goes back to Yule, gets it into the box. Floater and headed to safety by Atsibatsis. Another corner kick to the Comets.
Boys, also the winds down here has died down. There's hardly a breeze now. It's very still, so it's going to be a very interesting second half.
So corner kick will be taken on the right hand side of the park. Clubhouse side. There'll be a left-footed in-swinger by Anianto. Pollock is there in the back post. Goes towards Welsh. Still there. He does pick it up. Goes short to Pollock. Back to Welsh it goes. Holds on to it, then turns. Looking to cross the ball. Cuts it back. Trying to control. There was Weens. Cleared here by the Blue Eagles, and away they go on right hand side of the park. Goes to Kabidi. Kabidi back to Boyokino. He's got the ball on that right hand side. Can get the cross there. Grundy!
Gee, beautiful
with
play
the header.
That was beautiful play.
And just wide of the upright. Knows where the goals are. Just got to get
Just
it.
watch this on the replay. We've got it from the halfway line. That's beautiful work there. Boyakino. He knew where Grundy was. Grundy came near post. Diving header. And just a beautiful lead-up play. Could have been maybe a bit better on the delivery from Boyakino, but Grundy in the right spot. A predator, right 6-yard box near post, but just a bit high, and he probably would have done a lot better. Grundy, Boyakino linking very well, and Kabidi.
So goal kick taken there. Comets with the ball. Controlling it is Yule. Sends it left-hand side of the park. It was Farquhar loses it though. Chance for the Blue Eagles. Still got the ball, working hard there though. The Comets, Anianto goes right hand side. Great ball.
Danger.
Finds Camaro.
Great save. Camaro.
Camaro. And palmed away there over the goal line for a goal kick.
Watch this on the replay. Somaro, just the keeper to beat. Solari held his own and kept firm. That was hit with some venom. And that's a corner kick to the Comets.
Boys, there's poor from the wing. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a bit brutal.
Sure.
You've got to shoot across goal. Yeah, you got to shoot across goal to make the keeper at least push it back into the mix. So you've got your follow-up strikers.
Left foot, poor corner, almost a flick on. Bit harsh one. If you see the replay here, you'll see that the near post was rather exposed by Solari, and I reckon that's what he was going for, in fairness to him. Saw that gap, and a fair gap. And that's, you know, in his defence, probably why he didn't cut it back and had the shot himself. But easy for us to see and analyse after the fact.
So the boys with the Comets. Adelaide Comets leading 1-0 here at the SA Athletic Stadium. As it goes out to
Samaro.
That was Karlovic I was thinking about. And it goes harmlessly over the goal line for a goal kick.
Comets have had the better of this early stages of the second half. I think, boys, 13 minutes gone on the Viv Sports time clock. They look more threatening, more dangerous in their final third. They have shell-shocked the Blue Eagles somewhat. Poor clearance. And they come again. Oh, no, that was just I don't...
That's a free kick, though.
Was it?
Yeah.
I want to see that on the
And a
replay
yellow
again.
card.
He's just going for the ball and probably got a lot more of the man than the ball, in fairness. So, referee right. Just have a look at that. He did get across, yeah. So, foul by the Blue Eagles defender.
Boys, sorry to interfere.
Interfere?
Yeah, I just got a little bit of background information on Daniele Grandi. He basically had his youth team at Atalanta. He was on the books of Como and Bologna. But he's played most of his football because he's been loaned out to Serie D clubs. But he's definitely a goal scorer. In the short games he's had on the books of Serie D clubs, he definitely knows where the goals are.
So free kick to the Comets. Just over 14 gone. Anianto directing traffic. Sellingham, he's going to float this to the tip of the 6-yard box. Blue Eagles holding the line. Here comes a free kick. That's the way it goes. Too close to the keeper and easy for Solari in the end, who releases quickly to Harris.
So Harris with the ball on the right-hand side of the park. Goes into attack. There's no one there. What would you go into attack if there's no one there?
Good question.
It's cleared here by Comets. Trying to get to it was Weens. Goes back to the keeper and Solari. John Solari up in the air it goes though. And Anianto's had a good game. Trying to find Yule in the way Harris though. Well, Yokino's had a bit of fire in that in the second half. He's got the ball again. Goes even further right. Controlling it. Is that Christofilos on that right-hand side? Hard to see, but Karlovic has got it. He sends it even wider towards...
no, it was Grandi.
That was Gregerden.
It was Grandi. The player you were questioning was Grandi.
No, Grandi's there in the middle. It was Gregerden.
Brendan.
Yep. So that goes over the crossbar for a goal kick. Be taken here by Alexander Woodlands.
Another substitution here, boys.
So it's Blue Eagles again going to the bench. Gianluca Lagardi.
I like this bloke too that's coming on.
So it's going to be
Hutnady.
Atsibatis off. Chris Atsibatis.
That's an attacking move.
And Shakuba Hutnady on.
No, it's not an attacking move, Boyd. Rustovac has moved to centre-back, with Christofilos going back to left-back.
Oh, okay.
And Beliti moving to the right side of midfield and Karlovic to the left.
So Woodlands will take this goal kick in towards the centre of the ground, right-hand side of the park, trying to find Weens. Up went Rustovac. They go into attack. Boyokino leaves it for
Karlovic.
Mario Karlovic. Looking with a throw there in the way though. The Comets defence goes towards Samoro. Mohamed Samoro, not a good ball though, easily into the arms of Solari, and he goes short to Anikiarako.
So Blue Eagles now from their defence. Kabidi chests it down. Hutton 80, they almost got in each other's way. So they turned it over, but cheaply given away by Day as well. So Blue Eagles throw in on the halfway line. Harris over there to take it. 180, the target. Crittenden gets his head on it. Kabidi ends up with it. Switches the play. Boyakino now, one way then the other. Takes it to the byline, gets the cutback, but not a good cutback. Off the side of the boot will give him the benefit of the doubt. So goal kick to the Comets. No threat on goal. 17 and a bit gone in the second half of the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard, Comets 1, Blue Eagles 0.
Looking at other score updates, still the same as before. Campbelltown 2-2 against Parra Hills. Comets were obviously leading 1-0 here at the SA Athletic Stadium. West Adelaide 1-0 over Burkalla, and Adelaide City 4-0 over Adelaide United Youth, thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar.
So from the goal kick, good distance, as Ryan mentioned earlier, this second half. The breeze has died down. Free kick to the Comets. Aniantor felled. See that on the replay. Grundy, the culprit, probably giving away a bit in size as well. So that's the fourth foul conceded by the Blue Eagles this half. And Aniantor taking his time getting up. The Pink Sox today in remembering breast cancer. Is that right, Ryan? What was your news on that at the start? Tribute?
It's an awareness
campaign?
Yeah, awareness campaign from for the disease that breast cancer can be. They're doing a little campaign and awareness as well. So I think it's a great gesture from Adelaide Comets. Also,
the captain's armband is pink. Is that Rob in the background complaining about the scoreboard again?
No laughing, come on.
So
the
from
words right out of my
from the free kick, it's been turned over to Mr. Pevicelli. Now that you've composed yourself,
I can't hear myself. So it is on the far side. Throw in taken here by Blue Eagles. Adam Harris holding firm to the defence of Comets at the moment. It's Kabidi. He's been a bit quiet in the second half as he's got the ball, switches play. No one there though.
Yeah, poor delivery from the Blue Eagles this second half. And there's no breeze to put them off, is there?
So it'll be a goal keeper taken here by Alexander Woodlands. So we've played just on 64 minutes, just over 64 minutes. Viv Sports time clock, 1-0 on the Parlamento scoreboard. So Woodlands will take this goal kick over the halfway line, looking for Weens. Got his back header to it. Finds Samoro. Mohamed Samoro. Loses out though. Throwing quickly taken. Karlovic has got it. Sends it into attack. Grundy hasn't had the ball a lot, hasn't he?
Hasn't had the great service either.
When he gets the ball, he does something good.
Yeah, but the service has been pretty ordinary to him this second half, apart from the first attempt with Boyakino.
So a big kick over the halfway line it goes. Ends up with Pollock. Donny Pollock finding Samoro. Chance. Good tackle though. Yeah. Bristol Philos. Back to Pollock it goes. He's had a pretty good game, Pollock.
Beautiful delivery.
It was a nice ball. I presume it's his first game for Comets, and he's done okay as Anianto's bullocked his way through a couple of players and into the arms of John Solari.
Solari now the keeper for the Blue Eagles. Relieves the pressure. Christophilus, left-hand defensive side, tries to switch the play. 180 the target. Day got in the way. Yule turned it over. Harris, short. Receive again. Harris for the Blue Eagles. Sporting the all-white today. Turned it over. Farquhar now for the Comets. He's turned it over. Delivery hasn't been good. Kabidi, he's usually good with the delivery. Not on this occasion. Turns it over. The Comets will come again. Samauro, Pollock, Keramides on the halfway line. Samauro offside.
Don't get me started on that offside.
No, well, they didn't learn 5 of them in the first half. That's the first one of the second half, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. Tight one though. There were a lot of white shirts in line with him. So from the free kick, Welsh clears for the Comets to the halfway line. Crittenden got his head on it. Karlovic, beautiful control, chips it into the box. Too heavy for Grundy.
The last touch, isn't it? Moment. Not finding the target. Woodlands.
Round 14 action, thanks to Green Play today, the South Australian National Premier League. Comets hosting the Blue Eagles, and the Comets lead 1-0.
So it'll be a throw in on the far side, taken here by Comets, looking for Yol. Certainly died down compared to the first half. It's
played at a good pace in the first half.
It goes out. Blue Eagles go towards the right-hand side, trying to find Shikaboo Huttonaddy.
You want to put the whole name in there as if the surname isn't hard enough. You want to go the whole name.
I like his name, that's why. Doesn't it sound better? Shikabam. Shikabam, Shikabam.
Shekuban.
Huttonaddy. As it goes out, it'll be a free kick to Blue Eagles. Not sure who's taking this one. Could be Karlovic. It is. Sends it in. Paul goes straight to Anianto. Back it goes to Christofilos. Sends it up in the air. In the way, it's Welsh. Trying to control it. Goes out to the cross. They're trying. Anakiatikos moves forward. Just trying to get the header to it, and it's gone out for a corner.
First one of the second half for the Blue Eagles. Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. So it'll be a right foot in swinger. Beautifully floated. Harris with a free header, and that's a goal kick and a wasted goal opportunity. So a nice corner kick. That was, who was that? Rastovac. No, it was Karlovic with a delivery on that corner. Harris met it, but over the bar. His brother probably would have put it in the back of the net, wouldn't he?
His brother was the defender, wasn't he?
He's the defender.
He's the defender. His brother's the attacker, isn't he?
That's right, the goal
So
scorer.
if his brother...
Ivan?
No, Harris with a header.
Oh, Harris. Sorry. We talked about Karlovic for some reason.
You're a play behind the game.
Yes, I agree with that. It could be Kim Play, you don't know. They're twins. They're identical.
I'd ship him in for this game, wouldn't you?
You could do that, couldn't you? As it goes out. Chance for Comets to go into attack, but Blue Eagles are trying to do something. Goes to Kabidi. If they can just get something out of this game. Push away there by Boyokino. He's had a little bit of bite to just come on. Goes to Kabidi. Christofilos goes in board. Chance for the Blue Eagles. Karlovic.
He could shoot from there.
Crack it from there. Will crack it from
good
there.
Lord.
And it just bobbled up, didn't it?
Yeah.
When he had the shot there.
Switching on the replay, Karlovic, you could see the body language all the way, but just bobbled at the last moment. Took the ball away from him. And no, harmlessly over the bar for Woodlands. So Comets still hold their 1-0 lead over the Adelaide Blue Eagles. Almost 70 minutes gone in the game on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard. 1-0 in favour of the Comets. It's getting cooler now as that sun goes down. Good goal kick there. Could have been almost one in the back.
Adelaide City leading 5-0 against Adelaide United.
It's just the goal difference fest there, isn't it? City have only conceded 11 this season, and now they're up to 41, having scored 41 in 14 games. Phenomenal. So Comets now. Somaro puts it into the box, but coming across was Crittenden to do the tidying up for the Blue Eagles. And that'll be a throw into Comets. Grandstand side, they hold a 1-0 lead this afternoon. Round 14 action, all thanks to Green Play. The PlayStation 4 South Australian National Premier League. Live if you're watching through FFSA TV from the SA Athletics Stadium.
So throw in taken there, headed out there by Kabidi.
Just a throw in, I thought that might have been a corner. And we go, no, it's the referee calling for another ball.
What was you want another ball?
Well, he's not giving the young Paul ball boy a chance to get the ball back to him.
By the time that comes back.
That was a bit impatient, wasn't it? That poor kid there doing the ball boy.
Boys, a bit of action down here on the Blue Eagles bench.
So from the throw in, Kabidi heads it away. Boyakino couldn't control it. It's gone out of play.
Costamantis is doing his final warm-ups.
Does he call for another ball, Rob?
I don't know. That's strange by the referee.
Keramides for the throw in down the line. Pollock controls it well. Samaro, beautiful delivery to the box, and a volley there by Yule. Didn't come off though, and Blue Eagles come away with it. Almost a foul against Yule, but he's done well to steal it back. So Yule comes again, gets the car back. No one there to meet it. Should be tied up by the Blue Eagles. Is up to the halfway line. Grundy, almost the Lone Ranger up there, and Comets in numbers will come again. Pollock brings it down to feet. Beautiful through ball, Samaro. Here we go. This by time into Welsh. Had a great save by Solari. 2 saves by Solari.
He did the right thing by Ryan that time.
There you go, Ryan. You happy with that one?
I'm very happy.
As the Blue Eagles, they're in trouble with the back. They are getting murdered at the moment, the back lines.
Bastovat's not happy with something.
So it goes out to Christophilos.
Well done, Solari. You would have put that down as a goal.
Well done. It's Kabidi. Gets the cross. There, chance for the Blue Eagles to equalise. It's hit the upright. And
hit the post, all right.
It's gone over the line.
So,
out of all players, you would have thought Grundy would have put that in the back of the net and would be...
He had some time too. Let's have a look at this on the replay. Good control. Came down to him perfectly. Bit of pressure there, yeah, but it hit the post and it hit the goalkeeper and went out. So, luckily, didn't come off Woodlands and go back into the net. So, luck on Comets' side. I'll have to put another stat in here for posters.
Adelaide City 6-0 up. West Adelaide 2-0 up against Burkalla, and Adelaide City against Adelaide United Youth. Campbelltown and Parry Hills still 2-2.
Could have been the equaliser for the Blue Eagles. They still might do something from the corner. Nicely floated corner, but too close to the keeper. And Woodlands takes it very well.
Both keepers have done well tonight.
Under a lot of pressure, but how lucky was it? It hit his back and went out. How many times have you seen him hit the goalkeeper and go into the back of the net?
So over the halfway line it goes. The Blues trying to get this equaliser. Right hand side. Coming away though, it's Farquhar. He's had a good game. Always plays well. Goes short, Pollock. He's also played well today.
Well too, yeah.
Left hand side. Goes to Yol. Pacey Yol gets brought down.
Yeah.
And there'll be a free kick.
Substitution, boys.
So Gianluca Lagardi making his third and final change.
Comets made in there yet?
Nope. Mario Karlovic sounds like he's got the call.
That's right.
That's surprising. They've all played fairly well. Mario's delivery's been good. So number 20 coming on, Costamantis. Mario Karlovic coming off. Gianluca Lagardi just wanting to change things up. So Comets have the free kick now. Almost half an hour gone this second half on the Viv Sports time clock. Parlamento scoreboard. Comets 1, Blue Eagles 0. That's the Comets with a free kick. Should get this to the right onto the penalty spot just about. Tip of the 6-yard box. That's the way it goes. And it's almost an own goal there, I thought. It's a corner kick.
Pollock not happy, kicks the upright.
Oh, let's have a look at that on the replay. Floated beautifully into the box. A foot there in the end by Anikiatiko. Very lucky it didn't go into his own net. And a corner kick to the Comets. They're fourth of the half, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
So it'll be a swinging corner kick. Anianto, is it? Taking it?
Yep.
It'll be up there's Welsh and
Farquhar.
Farquhar as well. It's gone back post though.
Still in.
Welsh has got it. Gets the cross. Chance. Goes to Yol. Gee, should have done better than that, I thought, once he got to it.
100%.
And Solari, he's had a good game, Solari, too. As it goes in ball. Kabidi. He's got the ball. Here they go. Costamantis just came on for Karlovic as he goes to Boyakino. Back to Costamantis and a 1-2. Back to Boyakino. Can he get to it? No, he can't. Doing well. For the Comets was he's to the Lopolis as it goes back towards Christophilos. Up in the air it goes. No rain coming. And over the goal line for a goal kick. It's been a pretty poor second half by the Blue Eagles, I reckon.
Yeah,
First
I
half
agree
they
with
were
you.
very good.
Yep, I agree with you. Maybe not too many changes, but the changes came early. I would have gone with what was doing the job in the first half. I think as soon as the changes came in for the Blue Eagles second half, it's disjointed the team a little bit and made them look pretty second rate this second half. Comets, to their credit though, have had 7 goal attempts. The Blue Eagles this half have had 5, so there's not much in that. Harris got his head on it. Same with Day. Hutton 80. Mantis. Good directed. Oh, well done. Hutton 80 gets felled by Welsh. Blue Eagles calling for a free kick. Referee saying he got the ball. So, just have a look, looking at that on the replay. Welsh, Hutton 80. She got a fair bit of the man as well. But anyway, it's a corner kick. 6 of one, half dozen of the other. So corner to the Blue Eagles. Their second of the half, I believe. I think. According to Chemist King Hectorville. Can't do everything, Jim. Blimey. Corner kick, right foot out, swinger. Gee, it evaded all players. Comet should come away with it, but Mantis is there.
Mantis with the ball, go backwards towards Crediton. Crediton controls, can chip it up, does chip it up, looking for the back head of Anikiariko. Just can't get things going at the moment, the Blues. They played well in the first half, but Comets are holding strong at the moment. They're only 1-0 up though. Anything can happen.
The equaliser is only one goal away, Rob.
Kick over the halfway line it goes. Mopping it up there, it's Crediton, goes towards Boyokino. Loves to run with it, goes one way then the other, gets to the line, trying to cut it back, too close to the keeper. Dave hasn't even gone over the goal line.
Well, maybe he was hoping to get the corner from that.
So Woodlands will hold on to the ball. As most of the other games are just about finished, and this game's still got 12 minutes to go.
So from the clearance now, ball on the far side of the ground. It'll be a Comets throw in. They lead 1-0. Day's gone across to take it. Still no changes by the Adelaide Comets. Weens chipped it to no one in particular. Harris under pressure gets the clearance up the line. Mantis has it, good turn. Plays it in board to Kabidi. It's the Anikiariko. Under pressure, goes back to his keeper. Rastovats it was. Rastovats turns, plays it up the line. Gee, making Boykino work. Comets first to it. Rastovats under pressure. Weens in the box, did well to get that important touch. Claiming a back pass, very optimistic on that. And Solari relieves the pressure for the Blue Eagles.
So gets his boot to it, looking for Grondi. Referee waves play on. Well, we got interfered there. So Woodlands takes his time. Gets his boot to it. Over the halfway line it goes. In the way though, the Blue Eagles defence holding strong at the moment. There's Rastovats, Kabidi. Just nothing's happened for them, hasn't it? Just Shakabu, Hutton 80.
That's where it breaks down in the middle of the park.
Yep. There's the Comets trying to find Yule.
Oh, he's played well. This man's played
by
very
Kabidi.
well.
Gets it into attack. This is where they come unstuck. Just can't seem to find that last pass.
Got
it goes
there.
to Boyokino. Boyokino turns, trying to get something going. Nothing's happening as Rastovats has got the ball.
Under pressure.
Tussling with Pollock. Well done, Pollock, but he's given away the free kick.
It's only the third foul conceded this half. Rastovats did very well to hold his ground. But you're right, they just can't string three passes together in the final third. It's a long, high, hopeful ball, which puts the forwards under pressure. I don't know how many times we've called Grundy's name. Speak of the devil, but he couldn't control it. Welsh clears it. Looking for Weens. Couldn't control it. Anikiariko. Yule to it first though. Pollock. Two around him. And the third, Hutton 80, wins a free kick. So foul committed there by Comets. Their fourth of the half. Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. Hutton 80 did well. But no one in particular tried to almost win his own ball. Welsh plays it up the line to Harris. Kabidi. Rastovats with the left foot. Usually good delivery, but too easy for Keramides in the end. It'll be a throw in to Blue Eagles. Kabidi now, one way then the other. Muntis too close to him. 3 black and blue shirts around him. Christopoulos, the pressure's been immense by Comets, and they'll come away with it.
So they go into attack. No one there, though. Into the arms of the keeper there.
Some Blue Eagles supporters have had enough. Still 10 minutes plus to go. Unbelievable. Clearance by Solari.
Ching.
Crittenden pushing the ball forward. Grandi to Boyakino. Muntis gets the cut back. Hutton 80 controls it. Turns, shoots over the bar. A lot asked of him. Nevertheless, a goal attempt gone begging for the Blue Eagles. Those boys want to commentate with you, Rob, is that right?
Yeah. Para Hills take the lead.
They don't know what a headphone on your head means.
3-2 against Campbelltown. So Campbelltown's woes are continuing.
Gee, Para Hills, they would have been big
Should have
odds.
gone for that one. Comets 1, Blue Eagles 0 here at the
SA Athletic
SA
Stadium.
Athletic Stadium.
Just hold the line a moment there, Rob, because here come Blue Eagles. There's a chance for Grundy. Couldn't get his head or foot to it. Day just applied enough pressure for the chance going begging for the Blue Eagles. So they, last 5 minutes, I've asked a few questions, Rob. We've got about 7 minutes of normal time. Back to those scores around the grounds.
And West Adelaide leading 2-0 against Burkalla. Adelaide City leading 6-0 against Adelaide United Youth.
So Blue Eagles, a good few moments for them. They've hit the post already tonight, or today.
Well, Burkalla's pulled one back, actually. West Adelaide leading 2-1 now.
So the Comets on the far side of the ground. Looks like they're going to be making a change very shortly. And Yengi looks like he'll be coming on. Be interesting to see who takes off. Just a matter of fresh legs, I would imagine. They're not doing too much wrong at the moment, Comets. Ryan?
No, they're definitely not. I'm looking at maybe Nathan Anageno or a Farquhar, definitely just to add some bit of fresh legs, a few hands on hips, that's all.
Corner to the Comets from that foray forward. Sorry, Blue Eagles, I should have said. No, it is for the Comets. They are attacking the goal to our right. Going to right of screen. So Comets. It's like you'll to take it. It could have been Samato actually. Weens at the back post. Kabidi clears it. Hutton 80, switch sides. Weens, good defending from the front. That's what I like to see. The forward defending, if that makes any sense.
He's had a great season. Most of the other games are finished. Adelaide City's final score 6-0. West Adelaide final score 2-1 against Burkalla. So
is Campbelltown full time? No.
Not quite. Still 3-2. Para Hills leading against Campbelltown.
What a boil over that'll be.
Throw-in taken there. Can the Blues equalise?
The praying mantis.
Goes out. Left-hand side. Christopoulos. Grande. Goes to Kabidi, but it's cut out by the Comets defence. They've been supreme in the back. As it goes out, Farquhar could be man of the match today as he runs with it. He's played well. Goes one way, then the other. Does a pirouette. Goes backwards. So Anianto.
Yep.
Controls. Left-hand side, looking for Yol. Yol's had a good game too.
Well, it's that time of the day where we've got to think of the Marcelina man of the match. 85 minutes gone. Winning team so far are the Comets, and Rob normally likes to take it from the winning team. So feel free to put your nominations forward, boys, at any time. The Marcelina man of the match, of course, celebrating 50 years. And I think they were doing the 80-cent thing you were talking about, 80-cent pizzas, not a slice, 80-cent pizzas.
Oh, pizzas.
Offside flag up against Yule. So Comets caught offside for the second time this half, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. So it wasn't too late, mate. It was only a lunchtime promotion. But keep your eyes and ears open, because Marcelina doing the spontaneous special, celebrating 50 years in South Australia. Ball out of play.
Comets on the far side.
Robbie, 86 on, mate. The Marcelina man of the match nomination.
I like Farquhar. I don't know. You guys?
Pollock for me.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth.
Two great minds.
Think alike.
What's happened with Rob?
I don't know. I just said Farquhar.
I think Welsh at the back's been consistent.
I don't mind Pollock too.
Yule's had a serviceable game.
So Solari clears it. I don't mind Pollock. He's had it. If it is his first game, he's played all right.
Anianto's been serviceable. So the ball on the far side. Blue Eagles win out in numbers. Can they get that late minute equaliser? Mantis goes backwards. Christopoulos now up the line. Poor ball for Hutton 80. It's been turned over. Keramides through ball offside. And that could have denied Farquhar getting his man of the match from Pepicelli.
Oh, he's played well. Come on.
Oh, he has. Yeah, we're not saying he hasn't, but I think it's an all played well sort of team sheet today. But
it's what happens when you have great teams, boys. It's a consistent effort all round.
It's just who's put in the higher work rate. And I think Pollock with Aniantor, for me, are up there with a high work rate. You always had a great work rate as well. Farquhar's had a great work rate. No one's been exceptionally outstanding. It's been a good team effort. As here they come again, the Comets, but Astavats will go back to his keeper. 2.5 minutes away from extra time. This game started late. That's why it's going late. The lights are actually on here at the SA Athletic Stadium. There's Blue Eagles now searching for the equaliser. Kabidi, they've hit the post this half. Can they go one better as Boyakino controls it on the far side? One way then the other. Gets it into the box. Grandi's there. Tries to win a penalty maybe. Boyakino with a shot charged down and still in play. And Comets did very well not to concede the corner. And the referee is going for the change. I thought he was calling for a ball.
Yengi, I think, is coming on.
Yengi is about to come on. That was a goal attempt for the Blue Eagles. Their 7th of the half, which has equalled what the Comets have done this half. So who's coming off?
Donny Pollock.
Oh my God.
Cassini, Yengi coming on, and
DP coming off.
Donny Pollock.
You going to go for him still, Rob?
I might have to go for Farquhar there.
I don't know about that. It's only a minute and a half. I think Donny Pollock's played very well. Yengi on for Pollock. First change for Theo for the Comets this afternoon. As we go into evening, Blue Eagles time the enemy now.
What happened last week, didn't it? Jonathan Rideout got the man of the match coming off.
Yeah, it's true. So Rastavats gets to the ball. He's got to get it up the other end. They don't want it down here, Blue Eagles. He'll go the long searching ball forward. In fact, the switch, and a poor switch. He's turned it over. Boyakino tries to come back offside, and get it. Offside flag, easy that decision.
We were right in line with that one.
4 this half, 5 in the first, 9 in total, and Blue Eagles only caught offside once.
Yep.
You do the math.
So Blue Eagles into attack. They go. Can they get a late equaliser? I don't think so.
Well, can you say that? There's still a good 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah, true.
And they look likely.
Well,
I wouldn't write it off. No?
They don't look likely to score.
Oh.
As it goes up in the air, Rastavats tussling there with Weens. Weens gets it. Yengi.
It's cool. Also there. Collected. Good play there. Who was that? Anikiatical.
And it goes over the sideline for a throw-in. Final scores, Adelaide City winning 6-0 against Adelaide United. West Adelaide 2-1 winners over Burkalla. But the game's still going on. Parra Hills 3, Campbelltown 2.
Blue Eagles looking to equalise here. They trail 1-0 on the Parlamento scoreboard. Hutton 80 plays it inboard.
Oh, here we go.
Crittenden too heavy on the touch. Oh, good defending there by Day. Anikiatico goes wide. Harris gets the ball, tip of the box. Who's there to meet it? It's all Comets at the moment. Crittenden, Weens, here's a chance now. He's onside, but he's got no one in support. Holds the ball up, waiting for players to get into the box. Yengi's there. And Yengi he got there too! And just wide. Good to see that on the replay. Another goal attempt for the Comets. He was lurking the far post, Yengi. There's the run started. Drifting back over the keeper's head and got the toe to it, but not on target. So Blue Eagles still with a chance. We've played a minute of extra time on the Viv Sports time clock. You'd imagine there's about 2 left. As Grandi has come deep to try and collect. Mantis, untidy. Crittenden could have given away the free kick. Play on. I thought the ref was going to go for the whistle. Boyakino now, here's the last roll of the dice, gets the cutback, poor cutback.
That's what's been happening, their last pass. Final scores it is, Parra Hills winning 3-2 against Campbelltown.
What a victory.
It's Joe Mullins' job.
Under pressure.
Under pressure.
Para Hills out of the relegation zone with that win.
They've lost 4 in a row, I think, Campbelltown. If I look at my sheet.
It's a good result for Para Hills. It takes them out of the relegation.
Yeah, 4 in a row they've lost.
Zone spot. So we've probably got a minute and a bit left in this game for Blue Eagles to salvage a point. They have hit
Alex
the post.
Mullen scored all 3 goals. Good player.
The Mullen name, although his namesake will be cursing him for that loss.
Unless Matthews scored, but I can't see Matthews scoring goals. It's got all Mullen.
Now here's a free kick to the Blue Eagles. Grundy felt a bit of advantage play, but the referee saw none. So this, you would imagine, will be the last roll of the dice for the Blue Eagles. This ball, you'll imagine, will go to the tip of the 18-yard spot, if not onto the penalty spot, and some flying head. It might come down to a foot for a volley.
Donny Pollock's in the dugout, so should be able to pick him up for the Man of the Match award. As the Blue Eagles with a free kick, Christofilos. Can they get a late second goal? No, they can't, as Yul will come away with it. Referee looks at his watch. Might be just a minute and maybe 15 seconds to go as it goes out.
Offside.
Offside, though. He was offside. He wasn't, though.
Yeah, no, he was offside. 5th time caught offside. That's 5 each half. 10 offsides for Comets this game. Thanks to Chemist King Hectorville. And that is a free kick to be taken.
That is what, mate?
That is a free kick that wasn't taken in the right position. So
it's
Harris.
Just the way he said it.
Oh.
That is free kick.
Not taken in the right position. So Harris, here we go. Long, deep ball forward. This has got to be the last play of the game, you would imagine. And it's the Comets who deal with it. Aerial ping pong. Goes to the safety of the line. That's the full-time whistle here at the South Australian Athletic Stadium. And it's gone to form, and it's gone to premiership positioning. Comets 1, defeated Blue Eagles 0. But a very even game for mine. Second half sort of faded away a little bit for me, the Blue Eagles. But they came back into it with a 6-minute period there. But it wasn't to be. The Comets held firm and take away all 3 points from this game. And the Blue Eagles hit the post in the second half, Rob. That's the best that they probably did. And looked disjointed. I think too many changes too quickly.
Yeah, should have
for the
buried
Blue
that
Eagles.
too, Grundy. Reminded me of last night's game, Argentina and Brazil. Brazil should have equalised at that crossbar.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was on TV.
Was it? What channel?
Channel 9, I think. Go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was working, so I wouldn't have been able
okay
to watch it anyway.
And yeah, they could have made it a draw, but I think Comets certainly deserved this win today, and especially the second half. I think first half was pretty even. I thought it was a great game in the first half. Second half died down, but Comets held strong. Could have scored maybe 2 or 3 in that second half. Had a few chances. A couple of good saves by Solari.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, certainly deserved it, and certainly deserve to be where they are. They'll be in the top 2. I reckon by the end of the season, and vying for the grand final against Adelaide City and Comets.
So our boundary rider Ryan Marveggio just about ready with our Marcelina man of the match, Donny Pollock. We'll get the boys to come a little bit closer to us, a bit far away. Come a bit closer, guys, as we have the athletics track around this stadium, and Ryan Marveggio just getting Donny sorted out with his headset.
Where have you been, Donny?
Hey, how you going?
Good.
All right, boys.
Good.
Donny, congratulations.
Thanks,
Man
mate.
of the match.
Appreciate
Well
it.
done. Great game. Great game.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good pizza tonight.
All right, beautiful.
Share it with your dad. Don't
I
be
will, I
selfish.
will.
But anyway, first of all, Donny, well done. Great game. You come back from America. You're looking very sharp. Why Comets?
Just a very good team, obviously up the top of near the ladder and playing very nice football, and thought I would suit in well with the attacking players, so it's been good.
And a bit of a different position for you, playing as a number 8. You see number 8 on your back of your shirt, but you're a number 9 as usual. Why number 8? Did COC see something different in you, or you wanted to change yourself and try and push yourself?
Oh, I'm originally number 10, but I guess at Adelaide United and at Metro I played as a number 9. Obviously Andreas is the best striker in the league at the moment, so I'm not going to take his position, so I'm happy to play as a number 10.
Yeah, the first half it was a very tight game. Blue Eagles, have had a bit of an indifferent season, but they've come out and put a bit of pressure on you and caused a little bit of drama. What was the team talk in the half time with Theo? Was he pretty calm in there and just wanted you guys to go out and keep playing your game because you knew that if you played your game and kept going your game, you'd get the win?
Yeah, it was very tight. He was just very calm as well. He thought we were doing pretty well. He just wanted to sort of keep it compact in the middle, and eventually would run them out, I thought, and we did. We started to get on top of them in the second half, which was good.
Paul, Rob, you have many questions up there for the young man, our man of the match, Donny Pollock.
Donny, is that your first game today? Or
yeah, today was my first game. Thought I didn't know how long it was going to last, but my match fitness was not too bad, so I was happy with that.
So you didn't play reserves, you went straight in the first team?
Yeah, straight into the first team.
Oh, well done, mate.
Hey, that's not bad for the young fella.
Thanks, mate.
What was America like, buddy?
Yeah, it was a great experience. A lot different, but no, I improved a lot. It was sort of a different game style over there, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
You played games as well?
Oh yeah, that's why I was over there. I was on scholarship over there to play in the college league, so no, yeah, it was a great experience.
We're talking to our Marcelina man of the match, Donny Pollock. Donny, Theo must have seen something for you. First game back and straight into the first team. How competitive is it at training, and what did he say to you in regards to starting this week?
Oh, well, we've had a couple of players out. Our two centre-backs are out, and that sort of, I guess, gave me an opportunity to come straight in. And Walshy dropped back into the centre-back, and I was able to come in and play as 10, so I was pretty lucky, really. Otherwise, I probably would have started on the bench, I don't know. But yeah, straight in, so I'm happy.
How do you find this squad to previous clubs that you've been at? Do you think you can achieve something big here at the Comets?
Yeah, definitely think we can achieve something, maybe go on to win the championship. You're looking at our players, we've got some really young players, but they're so sharp. Training is sharp every single night, so it's been good.
Yeah, it's got speeder too up front. Valentino Yule and also Samaro adds a bit of pace in the wings.
Yeah, definitely. I think we got going forward. It's probably, if not the strongest team in the league, so it's exciting.
Donny, well done, mate. Congratulations. You had a lot of teammates out there. It could have really, not to underplay your part in the game, but it could have gone to any of your teammates as well. But I think you played the most consistent 90 minutes for us, even though you did come off, so we'll say 89 minutes.
I picked you, mate. No
Thanks,
problem.
guys. Appreciate it.
No, he didn't actually. It was myself and Ryan, and Rob succumbed to the numbers.
Thanks, mate.
Good on you, Donny. Our
Thanks,
Marcelina man of the match.
Well
Cheers,
done, buddy.
guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Donny. Well done. Great game. Well done.
Cheers.
Donny Pollock there, our Marcelina man of
lad.
the match. Yeah, and well, you jumping on the bandwagon, you said you picked him. You didn't pick him, actually.
I picked him second.
Well, look, he had a lot of teammates, Rob. In fairness, it could have gone either way. There was probably 11 teammates out there that could have got all 3 points.
Yeah, I think so. It was a good team effort, as you said before, with yourself and Ryan. And Comets they're a great team. Adelaide City on top of the table. We've had a magnificent. I think they won 6 or 7 in a row now. Adelaide City. Comets will give them a bit of a run when it comes to grand final, when it comes to finals, and it's going to be an exciting final series. And yeah, I think the top 3 is settled. After that, Burkalla lost today. West Adelaide won again, so West Adelaide looking good at the right time. So it's going to be interesting. Last few games of the season. What are we up to? Round 14. We've still got a few games to go, haven't we?
Oh, look, plenty of games to go. There you go, looking at the table there, Adelaide City with their big percentage boosting win go to 37, but the Comets keep in touch with them, 31, so it's still that 6-point gap. But I think the bolters that you've got to look for are West Adelaide. They're in 4th with, as you said, 2 wins on the trot there. Phil Stubbins, 3 losses prior to that. As we said to Phil, just a bit of consistency for West Adelaide, and they showed that with 2 wins on the bounce now.
Well, Metros can win tonight, which to me they should against Olympic. They just 1 point behind if they win tonight, or 2nd spot.
Okay, let's go through quickly the stats. The Adelaide Comets today, they had in total 15 shots on goal compared to the Blue Eagles 11, so it was pretty even in that sense. And of course the Blue Eagles did hit the post, so they should have maybe equalised in the game. This is the one that worries me a little bit. Offside. Comets got caught out 10 times offside and the Blue Eagles only 1. Corners, 11 in the game to the Comets and only 4 to the Blue Eagles. Saves by the keepers, the Comets keeper pulling off 3 saves in the game, Blue Eagles keeper pulling off 7 saves. So that probably tells you a little bit of something as well in regards to the Comets peppering away at the goals, if I can use that terminology. And the last one, fouls. Comets committing 10 fouls in the game as opposed to the Blue Eagles only 6 fouls.
Okay, our boost juice 3-2-1, guys. Who are we going to... Obviously 3 votes to Donny Pollock.
For me, boys, probably 2 for Anageno. He was very
Is
close.
that Anianto you mean?
I've known him as Anageno, so I'll keep calling him Anageno. I'll call him Little Pest maybe if he watches this back. No, but he's a good player.
You could call him Nathan maybe, that might be the saving
Yeah,
grace.
saving grace. But for me, I even think Alan Welsh did well. You know, Daniela Grande has been in good form. So
Grandi up there, you put in the...
No. I'm saying Daniela Grandi's been on good form, so for Alan Welsh to keep him quite quiet.
Yeah,
he kept him very quiet. Yeah, the service wasn't there, but still, a good striker like that will always find space to score goals. So I think for me, Welsh will get the one.
Okay, Robbie,
Paul,
so what have you
happy with that?
Yeah, I can't dispute that at all.
So 3 votes to the Boost Juice Hollywood Plaza Player of the Year to Donny Pollock, 2 votes to Nathan Anianto or Andy Janto, and 1 vote to Alan Welsh, the captain of the Comets.
Okay, so that's about it for round 14 action here of the PlayStation 4 South Australian National Premier League. Thanks to Green Play it was today. And the Comets, running out in a very tight game, I think, 1-0 victors over the Blue Eagles, who held their own, and I think you've got to watch them. Although they're in 8th position on the table, I think they're going to mould that top 6 there in regards to pulling some points off some teams.
And next week, boys, we're at the grand final, aren't we?
Yes, it's the...
of the Federation Cup.
What are they calling it now, Rob?
Qualifying FFA Cup.
South Australian qualifying final of the FFA Cup, something like that.
But to me, it's a grand final of the Federation Cup.
The old Federation Cup, yeah. So 2 weeks' time. That's right, the 17th year at Burkalla next week, mate.
Oh, that's right.
Derby,
yeah.
Burkalla, Cumberland.
Yep, next week we're at Burkalla, yes, and Cumberland.
Okay, we'll just summarise those full-time scores around the grounds, Rob, and then we'll bid you a farewell from the South Australian Athletic Stadium, where it's getting quite chilly down here tonight.
Okay, final scores down at Campbelltown's ground. Parry Hills running out winners 3-2 against Campbelltown. 3 in a row have lost.
And you saying Joe Mullen's job's in danger? I don't think so.
Once you lose games in South Australia...
Well, they were grand finalists last season, and they're in that group of being mid-table, 18 points, and now with...
Actually, 4 in a row they've lost. You're under pressure when you lose 4 in a row.
There you go, that's right. Look at the screen, that doesn't lie. 4 losses in a row, and they, with that 18 points, they're really congested now in the middle of the table, fighting around Croydon, West Torrens, Burkalla, Blue Eagles. Parry Hills even winning today, go to 15 points, so who knows?
West Adelaide won 2-1 against Burkalla. Adelaide City going on their merry way. I heard Dylan Smith has left the club as well.
He has, yeah. I did get told that during the week by the coach himself, Damien Murray. So he has left the club.
Just gone to Melbourne or something.
I'm not sure where he's gone, but
heard,
just a bit of indifference between the player and the manager.
I'm not feeling the love again.
Something along those lines, Damien did say.
Well, I think these players are a bit precious in this day and age.
They are.
Not feeling the love. Anyway.
He got dropped and he's...
yeah, okay.
That's what happened. Adelaide City 6-0 winners over Adelaide United. Adelaide United up and down like a yo-yo.
That's what you're going to get that with kids. You're going to get that with teenagers and that. You're going to get up and downs.
And what else we got? We got Comets winning 1-0 obviously against the Blue Eagles tonight. There's 2 games. Olympic against Metro Stars. Olympic got a new coach. Did that give him a chance?
Like you said before the game, Rob, new managers come in, there's always
something happens.
Yeah, something happens, so you never know.
And Cumberland up against Croydon Kings. Croydon Kings missing a few players too. Samora moving to Comets, and Hoseen Ability, you saw that in the advertiser.
Yeah, I don't know if he's left as of yet. He may have.
I think
he has.
I think Hoseen's not playing this week.
Okay.
Okay, that's about it from us here at the South Australian Athletic Stadium, where round 14 action it was today, thanks to Green Play. The Adelaide Comets running out victors 1-0 over the Adelaide Blue Eagles. We hope you enjoyed it from the complete team on FFSA TV. Our 2 Petes at the camera today, Pete Senior,
Pete Junior,
who's given up the golf today, and he's come to the Peter Senior, the golfer. Leave the comedy to you. Yeah, sorry.
I got you.
The 2 Petes, Jimbo right by our side today, and of course Ryan Marveggio on the boundary line, thanks to Dry Creek Auto Wreckers. In short, still no sense, no feeling, is that what they say? And of course myself and Rob Peppicelli. Hope you have a great weekend tonight. Good luck in your teams tonight, and we'll see you next week. And Green Play giving us round 14 action. From us, it's good evening.
because we're expecting the children to save us all. But how can they save us